Hey everybody, Superfan Giovanni here for Classic Loveline episodes 15, 16, and 25. These are all partials once again. Episode 15 with guest Rose McGowan, pre-Scream, promoting the Doom Generation, a Greg Araki film, who is a future/past guest, I guess. Episode 15 with Rose McGowan is a 95% certain date. 16 is also fairly certain, but 25 could be from October of 95. There is some bleed over from the Tears for Fears episode on the Rose recording. These are rough and incomplete, but some of the most cherished and rarest Carolla and Drew you'll ever hear. So I'm releasing it as is. If we find out something has to be moved around, we can do it in the future for whatever sort of collection comes down the pike. Official collection. So what we got here is Classic Loveline 15, October 19th, 1995, guest Rose McGowan, a Thursday night show. Then we have Classic Loveline 16 from October 22nd, 1995, a Sunday night show with no guest. Then we have Classic Loveline episode 25, we think, from November 2nd, 1995, which is another Thursday night show with guest Tears for Fears. The Tears for Fears show could be before the episode with Rose McGowan, or it could just be a tape was used and transferred over or swapped out. It's pretty hard to tell at this point. Any input the listeners have, please send it my way. Again, I will edit it and update it for future releases of some kind. As per usual, these were all recorded in 1995. Some of the medical information may be out of date. Please consult your own physician or contact Dr. Drew and Mike Catherwood on Current Day Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Listener discretion is advised. You can follow us on Twitter at Podcast One, on Facebook, Podcast One there as well, and PodcastOne.com, the home of all your favorite podcasts. Mahalo, and get it on.
The following program is a PodcastOne.com production.
Wow. That could be done. No, I mean, you've heard these things have happened, Doc. You back me up on this. Women have like a contraction or a convulsion or something, and the thing like locks on them like the Denver boot. And then they got to go to the hospital until the thing de-seizes.
And then the first thing they always say is, how did you get this woman attached to you? And they say, what, Joe?
I tripped.
I fell on it.
I fell on it, yeah.
Really? All right, so don't mess with Dana.
Drew, isn't there a thing like the blood pressure thing where you can like test the strength of something, like the grip?
Yes.
Never mind.
Can we hook her up to something? Oscar Goldman would want to know.
Never mind, indeed.
We're going to be back with more of your calls. Let me get on Loveline. What's up, bro?
Not much. I was just calling in to tell the guy that called in about the lip thing, getting red and like cracked at the edges and stuff like that.
Right.
Normally, that's a vitamin deficiency. I've found that, I'm a college student, don't eat very well.
Dominic?
He sounded about the same.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
It's called chelosis. I mean, it's caused by
Justin.
medicine.
Hey, what's up, bro?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Say hi to Rose McGowan. Did I say the name right?
Perfect.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Justin.
I got a question for Drew.
Yeah.
Hey, would there be a problem piercing your sack?
What?
He wants to pierce his testicles.
Wouldn't it let the air out, Doc?
No. Pierce his scrotum. Jeez. That's an area, if any infection were to develop, it could be very serious and spread very rapidly. I don't know if a reputable piercing organization does that. Is there a name for that? Do they do that?
Pierce your ball sack?
Do they?
Sure.
All right. Well, then if they do it, they can tell you what the complication risks are and how to care for it. Most reputable places won't do things that have any kind of significant risks associated with them. Don't do it yourself, whatever you do. Again, I'm trying.
And you know what's so funny, Drew? No, wait. Wait, let me tell you something, Rose. You'd think, like, the people that have just tuning in, they would hear Drew say, now, don't do it yourself. The normal person would hear that and go, what kind of an idiot is going to pierce? But you would be surprised. You would be surprised.
We have calls all the time. It's usually after the fact when they tell us about the swelling and pus and everything else. But listen, educate me, Justin. What makes somebody want to do that?
I don't know, because it's pretty different or something like that. I don't know.
But how could you display your difference, Justin? That's the question.
With women?
Yeah,
so
there you go.
You got a lot of women, Justin?
Oh, a few.
How many would a few be?
I don't know.
Would they appreciate a pierced ball sack?
Probably.
Do you think they would think you might cause, like, lead poisoning to a child you might...
Oh,
okay.
God.
But is it anything that they find anything appealing about that?
Do I find anything?
Wait, let's ask our guest.
Yeah, I bet you do, though. I bet you're into piercings, huh?
Well, I like, you know what I like? I love, like, the Dennis Rodman thing. I like the men with the pierced stomachs, which is really, that's not...
I got that.
Justin, that's kind of rare.
Where is that? Where is that?
Pierced navel.
Pierced navel. But on a man, that's a pretty hot one, and not many men sport that, and I like the nipples. But I'd say as far as the nether regions go, it's just... it's a hit or miss, and you're only going to find out if it's a miss if you're in that certain position, and you'd be really bummed if it was a miss because you would just not be getting off that night, which is the whole goal. All right, thank you.
Wow.
Hey, Mike, in the other room, we've been getting some of those dirty things faxed to us, some copies.
Oh, really?
You gotta bring this in. Hey, come here, Ann. Okay. Once again, you got a copy machine, you got a scanner, we got a fax machine. 310-854-4455.
But it's interesting. You sort of there's sort of a level of almost socially acceptable piercing that's going around. That's stylistically appropriate. But people that have this sort of bizarre multiple piercing, genital piercing, it's still kind of self-mutilation.
Jesus.
I mean, it depends on,
Let me make a quick clarification here. No
Please do.
big-butted, hairy-ass,
Wait, I have to see this.
Italian or Armenian
says,
types, please.
Kiss my hairy, love the show, DJ. Here, Rose, here's a big hairy ass.
Here I am getting all pumped up thinking there's going to be a set of...
What is that? Is that somebody's dick? If it is, that is a small one.
That's a UFO.
Here's a picture of Pam Anderson.
All right.
Oh, man. Here's a guy who says, I named my wife's gig after a place in Arizona, the Grand Canyon. Adam and Ricky, me and a group of friends like to stay home on weekends and drink. The first person to pass out gets the tea bag.
What's that?
The tea bag is dropping your testicles into his mouth while he's passed out. Have any of you ever tried this, or are we just weird?
You guys are waiting to come out, aren't you?
What?
They're waiting to come out, aren't they?
Yeah,
out of that closet.
I'd say the gay bus had pulled up to the stop many weeks ago, and they climbed on readily and with a transfer.
If you put your balls in somebody's mouth, even if they're drunk, I think you've got some tendencies there.
I think so.
But I have heard of people like taking a picture when a guy's passed out, like they'll lay their dicks on his head and take pictures of him like all asleep.
Right. And you're in real good shape. You can work the camera and get in the shot.
I used to always just pretend like I was asleep. Hi,
Guys,
Rose.
that's what the guys who want the tea bags do too. Though.
The girls don't do that stuff, right?
I've never, I feel like I'm being de-virginized mentally right now. Pardon me, I've not heard that tea bag.
You've never nodded off on a cot and had a couple of your lady friends come by and like squat on your head or anything like
No,
that?
I've woken up with a couple. I can't see. I can go there, and I can't.
Go there, Rose.
I was gonna say. I've gotten the tampon string a couple times, but no, I'm just kidding.
You've gotten the what?
Nasty.
Listen, okay?
See.
No.
I'm getting disciplined.
No.
That's what I get for this.
If you like.
I get.
But I'm just going to tell you one thing. We're going to go to commercial breaks, okay? One more time, you say a sentence and stop real quick and say, no, I'm just kidding. You're out of here, okay?
Oh, Ricky.
You can tell me your stories, Rose. You're more than welcome. We're having a good time. But every time you start to say something and me and Adam start to get a little bit excited, you just cut it off.
Because I see these big eyes that start opening
But you
wide,
got to understand,
kind of
even if it's a made-up story.
They're not made up. I trust them.
Well, then go with it, girl. We like it. Go with it, Rose.
You have to tell me, like, how far, what is it? No cussing? What are the rules on this? No cussing? No
cussing.
I'll tell you what.
Is that it?
That's
we'll
it.
play commercials.
All right,
and
David, thank you. You're so sweet.
Hey, Rose, there's a copy machine in the
Sign
other
it for
room.
me?
We go do the copy machine and come back in and show us?
I'm not hairy.
Oh, well, forget it then. 310-85...
I'm thrashing about with someone, not just by myself.
You having with a guy?
Yes, a guy.
Now, were you really having sex with him?
No.
Come clean, Rose.
No, I was not. Actually, it was funny. We would do the takes and then discuss like how our boyfriends or girlfriends were going to kill us when the movie came out. But
do you have a boyfriend?
No, I dumped him way before it came out. Sorry.
Right.
Yes.
But bye-bye. No, harsh, aren't I?
Now, when you were in the bathtub with the guy, did you get a boner?
Did he?
Yeah.
It was really hysterical. He did, and they have these little sock things that they put over him because he had to show his butt.
I'm wearing one now.
So humiliating for him. It was really quite hysterical, but it was a long, hard night of being wet for about 12 hours though. It doesn't. Okay, easy cheesy.
No, say it one more time.
What?
Just say that sentence one more time.
It was a long, hard. Oh God, You're right.
No, just say it one more time.
It's a long, hard night of being wet. Thank you.
All right, and we will be back with more.
You have the fakest looking real breasts I've ever seen. So I was like, let me analyze that for a second and get back to you.
But what does that mean?
I'll take it as a compliment.
They're in great shape. They look like they're fake. They look like they were manufactured or supplemented.
Matt!
Yeah?
What's up, Matt?
Nothing much. What's up?
You tell me.
Yeah, I have a, is it alright, like, if you have sex when you're in a pool? Like, on the steps? Like, if you have sex?
Is there water in the pool, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not taking any of the gunite off the side, is it?
Wear a condom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you were, like, whenever, like, when I ejaculate now.
Right.
It's like there's chunks in it. I don't know what that is.
There's chunks in your semen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
What have you been eating?
Just regular food.
Just regular food. What, like Cheese Whiz, things like that?
Like cheeseburgers and...
Right.
All right, so you're on a strict diet.
You've only noticed this since you had sex in the pool?
Yeah. What?
Wait. You've only noticed your chunks, pardon me, since you've had sex in the pool?
Yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Why don't you go do it again and see if you can reverse it?
No. I don't think the chunks have anything to do with
I don't
sex
think
in the
so
pool,
either.
right, Drew?
Correct.
No.
Yeah.
But that does happen.
Correct.
Well, what is that?
It's
What is what?
The human physiology.
Yeah, but how come sometimes it's like broth and sometimes it's like goulash?
Because that's the way it is.
I like to make a food comparison to
Because
everything.
that's the way it is.
Well, why?
I've never seen
chunky. That was bad.
Oh, yeah?
It's not bad.
I got something for you, baby.
Seriously, I'll work something out. No.
I know, I opened myself up, sorry.
Yeah, Rosa's going to be on Sunday, too, on
It tends
Loveline.
to be associated with the frequency of ejaculation.
Oh, really?
Thinner, but some people are just that way naturally.
Oh,
Just,
all right. Well, I'm going to experiment and go like a day and a half and see what happens.
I got some faxes. Here's
Oh,
a
yeah?
fax of a picture of a girl's bra, a 34D bra.
Oh, we're getting warm.
Right? How's this, Adam?
This is foul.
Here's a fax of a girl's breast.
Wow.
With a mole.
Wow.
Let me see this.
Oh yeah, guys.
Let me see these.
We got a fax of a girl's breasts. People are faxing us dirty pictures. Please keep it coming. Remember, it is totally anonymous.
It looks like
here's
half of it's
a
missing.
fax, half of her breast.
It looks like half of it's missing. Like one is from one person, one is from the other.
Oh, now I like it even more.
That's right.
Here's a fax. I know men wrestle with the one-eyed pirate all the time, but how often do women?
Pointed look.
I don't know.
How often do women? Well, it's not a wrestling match for that one.
It's more tag team.
That's right. I got a roommate.
But how often do you do that?
Oh my God.
Hey, Ricky, where you're running away with the boobs?
I'm sorry, you had to take that one home. I'm sorry.
I just got to say something very quickly, and we'll get back to this.
That's
It's
all right.
very interesting about human nature. I have essentially like enough pornography in my apartment to fill a blimp hanger, yet there's something very exciting about this crude black and white things. You wouldn't even know what it was if someone didn't tell you what it is. Am I right? But I have to see it. What is that?
It's the Rorschach for people on Loveline.
You know, I feel really bad because we're going to go right. We're all going to shut up. We're going to get to some calls right now.
Thank
okay?
you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
I'm
you.
just kissing ass for 3 minutes.
Wow.
Trying to land.
Wow.
Let's talk to Lynn from Manhattan Beach. Lynn, you're on Loveline.
Hi, Dr. Drew. This is a question for you.
Thank you.
I'm 24, but when I wait a long time between having sex, like 3 months or so,
Right.
it's almost like the first time it actually rips and bleeds again, and then everything's fine.
No, wait a minute. You actually have a tearing sensation, or do you just bleed?
Very small. Well, I don't bleed internally. It's like a little rip at the back part.
So you actually can see where the tear is.
Well, I haven't actually looked, but that's where it's sore, yeah.
Okay. Because, I mean, it may just be that you're getting some irritation, and maybe you're just having vaginal bleeding after sex, in which is a common thing. Sex can actually stimulate uterine bleeding.
It's not that. It's actually from the,
From a little spot.
I guess, the anal levator muscle, if we want to get specific.
Have you been pregnant ever?
What was that?
Have you had a baby?
Oh, no.
Okay, well, that's you.
Lubrication,
Yeah,
and apparently you've been not having enough lubrication. Sleeping with somebody with
Lubrication's
a
fine.
big
So
dick.
it's just getting back in the swing of things. Is that it?
Basically, that's right.
Okay, that's fine.
Keep on trucking.
Thanks a lot.
Let's talk to Richard from Hermosa. Richard, you are on Loveline. Rose McGowan's our guest.
She certainly is.
Okay, I was sleeping with an acquaintance of mine about 2 nights ago. She was on top. This is for Dr. Drew, by the way.
Great.
And, she was on top, and she came all the way off me, then came down on me really quite hard. And I was bent back, and now, for a while I was bleeding out of my penis. And
when you urinated, you had blood?
Well, it was like dribbling out like right after, and now basically my penis looks like one big bruise. It's like a contusion.
Right, you tore the cavernous body in there. That actually can be pretty serious. Can you have erections now?
I prefer not. If I get slightly aroused, it hurts like a...
Yeah, you know what? You need to see a urologist, Richard. Probably this is going to be okay, but these kinds of injuries can be kind of serious sometimes. Take my reassurance when I tell you you're probably going to be okay. But I would definitely suggest you see a urologist just to make sure there's no potential for any long-term problems with erection function.
What kind of long-term problems might be associated.
Like difficulty sustaining a full erection.
Rose, have you ever maimed a man in the sack?
Not in that way. Probably just mentally.
Emotionally. But physically, the guy's...
And mentally, Adam, we've both been maimed.
I think we're scarred.
I think you guys can relate to that.
Richard, it's probably, listen to me carefully, it's probably going to be okay, but get it checked out just to be sure.
Right now, we're going to go to Gary from Chicago. Gary!
Yeah.
What's up? You're on Loveline. Ricky Rackman, Dr. Drew, Adam Carolla, and Rose McGowan in a movie called The Doom Patrol.
Generation, hello.
The Generation Patrol.
Just
What's
call
up,
it
Gary?
nudies and tubs, okay? That's how you should remember it.
Easy cheesy.
Wait for it to be on video, because we know which part we're going to keep on rewinding. Hey, Gary.
Yeah, this is my first time calling, so I'm kind of nervous.
Gary, it's our first time talking to you.
Okay, see, I kind of have a question, actually two questions for, like all of you. I've, really fallen in love with this girl, and I've been seeing her for, 6 months, and I haven't been able to get anywhere. And finally, the other night I did, and it was the most exhausting, nasty, unbelievable thing that you could have ever smelled in your life. I just don't know how to tell her. But I've fallen in love.
Was it Stanky Foo-Foo?
It was. I don't know what to call it.
Gary,
yes.
But her foo-foo stanky.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That's basically the problem, is stanky foo-foo.
Gary, what that could mean is that she has an infection, and you should take it really from that point of view, that you're concerned that you can think of some gentle way of putting it, but that you're concerned that she needs to see a gynecologist. And
I mean, because I couldn't do anything after that. I just told her I was drunk, and
look, there are
oh my God,
there are a couple of infections that can really be associated with bad smells, and it's something she needs to take care of. And you actually can contract some of these things. So such as trichomonas, Gardnerella, these are
halitosis,
they're easily treatable, but they are sexually transmitted disease. They don't have any real serious consequences.
Gingivitis.
They're no big deal to treat, but they can cause a bad smell.
But Gary, you're gonna really hurt her feelings if you come out with that right away. So what I would do is the next time you're about to get intimate, just be all hot and sexy and take her into a tub with you. And
you love that tub, Rose.
Oh, yes. Stop. This is not for me, all right? And if that does not make it better that time, then I would go down the doctor route, basically.
But she needs
regardless.
Yeah, but what if she was just out hiking with him all day and he threw her down on the bed and she was just sweaty or something?
Well, you go horseback riding. First thing you don't do is start doing some clam smacking.
I don't know.
She has an infection. She needs
she
treatment.
hasn't been riding a bike or anything.
She needs treatment, Gary.
She hasn't been riding a bike?
Gary.
Yes.
Did you went down there to explore, am I right?
Yeah, I was going to do a little deep-sea diving, yeah.
So you sent down a bell. Now, I have a couple of questions.
How did you get out of that?
That's what I was going to say.
Can I just, kind of roll over and went to sleep?
Well, I mean, from an etiquette standpoint, maybe Ricky can help me with this, but Rose, you can jump in here too. From an etiquette standpoint, Ricky, let's say you go down there. Hypothetically, I know you're happily married, but let's say hypothetically, you go down there and there's something funky going on, right? But you've committed. You've committed to the move. You know what I'm saying? How long do you stay down? How long do you stay down there before it's too early to leave? Without making a stink about it. Pardon the pun.
Adam.
Yeah.
You try to find out through a finger, back up to your face, if it's bad down there. If you, hey, I'm sorry, I don't want to go there, but you started me. If you go down there and you start, man, you don't come back up till you have finished the job.
All right, so you're saying send the Sherpa guide in. See what he comes back with.
If you
send
go
it to
down
the lab.
There, you don't come back up till you finish the job.
No, you can
You're
go
just
down
trying
there.
to impress Rose.
You can go down there.
Exactly.
Hold on.
We know I wouldn't do
it. I have a good tip for this, situation. What I would do if I were a man in this situation, basically, just kind of go down there. If it's not to your fancy, then just kind of kiss it or start kissing the inner thigh and then just use your hand, basically.
And then say, I can't wait or
just
something.
Stare at her really intently, basically, and elevate your head and breathe through your mouth.
All right, so don't make any sudden movements.
And say, did somebody just feed the cat? Thanks for your call, Gary. Let's go to Evan from Mentone.
Can I go home now?
Mentone?
Can I go home?
No.
Hey, Evan.
Hello?
What's up, Evan?
I wanted to ask Rose, why would she want to dye her pubes?
I was teasing, honey. But,
okay.
But
Evan.
Do you like the idea of it?
We get that call a lot, and we're not really sure why.
Oh, okay. And I got another question for Dr. Drew.
Evan?
I'm in a band.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, if you smoke, or, how long does it take for your voice to change if you smoke?
Weed?
Huh? No. Cigarettes.
Cigarettes. I don't think that really significantly alters. You mean? What do you mean by voice to change?
You want your voice to change.
I mean,
Are you the singer?
Yeah.
Do you write your own songs?
Yeah.
What would be one of your songs called?
Got no pubic hair.
Because you're how old? You're 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, what was the name of one of the songs that you sing?
I Don't Need You.
I Don't Need You?
No, it's just I Don't Need You.
I Don't Need You.
Do a little of that?
Let me tell you something, Evan, okay? You are on a radio show right now.
Yeah.
All over America.
Uh-huh.
I want to hear a little bit, I Don't Need You. Just you, Evan. Now, Evan, if you're going to make it in the rock and roll business, you got to do it right now for me, brother.
I do?
Right now. Let's hear it.
2, 3, 4.
Pass on that.
No, Evan.
Come on, Evan.
Oh, come on, man.
Evan.
Evan, your voice is going to change naturally, too, though.
Yeah,
3.
Wait, hang on, guys. Is that what you mean? Is how to get your voice huskier?
Huh? Yeah. I want to know if,
If you're smoking so many cigarettes that your voice is changing, it's because it's damaging your lungs.
All right.
Okay, so don't get in. Don't look for that, all right?
Just wait a year. It's going to change naturally, Evan. Just like
Absolutely.
Greg Brady. It's okay.
All right.
Are we going to hear the song?
No.
Okay, you'll never make it. Let's go to another call. Let's go to Alex from Tucson. Alex, you're on with Rose McGowan, the star of the Doomsday Squad.
The Doom Patrol.
How you guys doing?
You're good, Alex.
Yeah, I know what a fruit bowl is.
We already do, unless you heard something different.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, it's from. I used to play hockey. We did it all the time when we were waiting in line for the showers. It's when a guy puts his big Jim and the Twins in between his legs.
Oh,
That's a guy.
That's a thing I said.
He yells fruit bowl and he bends over, and it's what you see from behind.
There are many homoerotic undertones to men's shower things.
It looks like plums and like a banana, like a fruit bowl.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're saying you do that sort of simulated vagina thing that guys like to do
like
sometimes?
No. That's what I thought it was. But he's talking about you're looking at it from behind. He puts it between the legs, and then Alex says, "Hey guys, fruit bowl," and then everybody looks at Alex, and he's bending over, but you're looking at him from behind.
Right. When I do that, I call it Jewish guy with an afro.
Wait, does he do the
If you
teabag,
can
though?
picture that.
Or it's also called Man on the Moon, I think.
Man in the moon in the fruit bowl. Alex, what position do you play?
Defense.
Yeah.
Used to.
Yeah, your team
Stick
do
with it.
Your team do a lot of fruit bowling?
Yeah.
They're called the fruit ballers. The Tucson fruit ballers.
Next time they're playing hockey, you know everybody's just going to want to ram Alex into the boards, man. Hey, fruit ball.
Defend this one, baby.
Make sure you wear your fruit cup, okay?
Let's go to Julie from Escondido. Julie, you are on Loveline. Rose McGowan is our guest from...
Doom Generation.
She's from... Yeah.
What?
From Hot Tub.
Right, the movie.
That's Car Wash, actually, but...
Well, you guys, I was eating my dinner, sitting here macking out on my top ramen soup, and I was listening to your pal call in with the chunks and the semen.
Right.
And I sat there and thought, oh, my God.
He's my ex-boyfriend?
Eating my soup.
Right.
It wasn't clam chowder, was it?
No, it's top ramen with the noodles in it, you know, the white stuff.
Yeah,
That's chunky if you don't cook it well enough.
Pardon me?
It's chunky if you don't cook it well enough.
It was chunky. It was chunky.
Julie, can you identify with that at all? Are you married?
No.
But have you experienced that in a man?
Was this your ex-boyfriend?
Yeah, my brother. No,
Your brothers, that's a whole other conversation.
I
swear to God, you guys, I've never heard your show before. I was driving home, and I do 911 for a living, and I thought I heard it all, but I am getting an education tonight, let me tell you.
Hey, Julie, hold on a second, because I mean, first of all, Loveline is the best radio show anywhere, I will say that, but it is not a show that you want to listen to during dinner. Now, I want to ask you...
More than that.
Well, let me ask you a couple questions.
This show goes sometimes goes in exotic directions. Tonight's been one of those nights where it's really kind of
got
taken
worse.
off.
I decided I was going to knock on a little bit of cheese when the guy started calling in about his girlfriend with the
yeast infection.
Skanky foo-foo. Yeah. Wait, I want to hear about 911.
What do you want to hear?
You answer the phone at 911?
Yeah.
So what are most of the calls you get?
Medical aids.
Yeah. Do you get any really freaky ones?
Of course.
Like, tell me some freaky ones.
Well.
Do you ever get calls with guys that get things stuck up their butt?
Generally not. We've had people that get handcuffs that you got to go take the handcuffs off, or one guy was having a strap to wall having a heart attack one time.
You had what?
He was.
He was strapped to a wall?
Him and his friend. Yeah, they were into a little bit of S&M, and he was having a heart attack, and he was strapped to the wall, and I guess...
I could just hear him. I'm not kidding.
It wasn't a girl.
It was two guys.
Two guys. See why? See why you shouldn't do that?
Yeah.
Why? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Tell us why.
That's why none wants.
Julie says tell us why.
Now, are you one of these people? Because I'm always amazed when I see the TV show that somebody calls up and they're in hysterics and they're saying, my kid has stopped breathing. And the person's like, hold on, let me put my cigarette out.
But those are the ones you see on the news. Usually they're not like that.
Are they usually, do you act concerned, Julie?
Pardon me?
Do you act concerned when these people call in and say, like, I just lopped off a limb with, with a chainsaw?
Well, we don't laugh.
Oh, okay, good.
Julie, thanks for your call.
We take it very, very seriously. You know, what you see that makes the news is just a very small portion of stuff that's embarrassing to all of us.
Right. Yeah.
Take time for the digestion. You'll be fine.
Well, you guys are overwhelmed, though, with volume, aren't you? Because I witnessed a car accident on the freeway, and I called 911, and I listened to a tape recording saying, we'll be with you.
Was it Public Enemy in the background?
For like 10 minutes.
No, I've called 911 here.
Yeah.
I've been put on hold, and I gave up after half an hour. They called me back 4 hours later at 1 in the morning to ask me if I was all right. That's Los Angeles.
What city are you guys calling in?
Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah, they're pretty busy there.
Yeah. Well, thanks for calling.
Okay. Bye.
Always eat 20 minutes before listening to Loveline.
That's my question. Yes. Basically, I've been in a relationship for 4 years, and my boyfriend was a virgin before we started, getting together or whatever, so now he's not, of course, and we might actually take the next step, and I'm just wondering if he's going to be able to survive, or you think a guy should be able, or am I, depriving him by the fact that he's not going to have sex with anybody else, so when we get married?
Let me paint the picture. Tell me if I'm right, Teresa, okay?
Yeah.
You've got a boyfriend. You guys are probably going to be getting married. You've had sex with somebody else before you met your boyfriend.
Yeah.
He has never had sex with anybody but you.
Right.
You were ready to tie the knot, and you're wondering, should he be able to sleep with other women?
Right.
Let's go around the board, and we'll start with the woman. And do you mind if we just go around and see what everybody's opinion is on this one?
I'd like to hear everybody's opinion.
Yeah. How would you feel about it? First of all, let me ask you. You close your eyes. You picture him with another woman naked. What does it do to your stomach?
Oh, well, I've been cheated on before. It makes me sick. Okay, but he's not a cheater. Okay, we're in a long-distance relationship, okay? So
he's lying and boning anyway.
He is.
No, I know what a cheater's like, okay? Don't get me wrong. I dated a cheater for a long time. Okay, so I know that this person does not. I would not be in a long-distance relationship.
Where do you live?
I live in Santa Barbara.
Where does he live?
He lives in another state.
Yeah, what city?
Well, it's a small town. No.
Okay, so he lives in a small town.
No, well, I live in a small town. I mean, it's pretty small if you think about it, but...
All right, we're getting a little convoluted here, Teresa.
Well, anyway, he lives in another state, so we're in a long-distance relationship, okay? So I'm trusting him. He's trusting me. We're trusting each other. I just feel bad that I've experienced other people and he never has. So
How often do you see him?
Well, we've actually been able to see each other once a month. Sounds really strange.
How would you feel if you said to him, I mean, it's really almost sort of up to him.
It is exclusively
up to him, but also up to Teresa. I mean, Teresa could, because, I mean, are you going to, if he goes out and bones some other chicks, are you going to say, forget it, I can't take this?
Well,
do you guys have amazing
I've
sex?
almost even come to the grips that I could maybe accept an indiscretion.
Teresa, do you have amazing sex with him?
Yeah, we have a great sex life.
How many?
He's pretty happy.
Yeah, well, he said if he never was with another person and he was happy, that'd be fine.
You're just going to have to take him at face value on that one and just, jump off with your nose plug, babe.
I'm scared. And he's going to have to dive in with his nose plugged in. How many men have you been with?
Oh, my God.
Seriously.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
It's all right.
Can I round it off?
Just, put the abacus down. Give us a round number, okay?
Round it off to the nearest 100.
How many?
More than 10.
More than 10. And is it, now this guy must be pretty secure because we've talked about this before. Ricky, Drew, I'm not going to talk to you because you try to come off as holier than thou. But Ricky, if you had a girlfriend or a potential fiance, let's say, who'd been with 10 or more people, let's say 15 people, and you'd never been with anyone but her, wouldn't that kind of screw with your ego over the long haul?
Definitely.
It screws my ego.
It screws
But this is the thing. How old is this guy?
He's 24.
I mean, why isn't he going out getting any?
Oh God, because he waited.
Until he was 20, and then you met him, right?
Right.
Right. Okay, well, if he doesn't want to do it, I mean, don't twist his arm. You must go out there and screw someone else beside me. I mean, don't force the guy who doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, and
maybe he's mature. Maybe he can handle it.
Well, I mean, do you actually believe that people can get married and like be virgins when they're married and actually stay that way now? I mean, it used to happen in the 50s all the time.
Well, it's not like it's a curse or anything. I mean, you got a 50-50 chance of getting divorced anyway, so he's a virgin.
Too.
All right, so don't make a big issue out of it. You're getting married. He loves you. The sex is good. He's not soiled. He doesn't have any diseases. Stay with him.
Thank God for that.
Don't push it. If it ain't broke.
Just keep it really interesting for those once a month visits. He will appreciate it.
Teresa,
he'll keep coming back.
Just talk to him about it, okay? Tell him how you feel, and you talk to him, okay?
I know, because I feel like it's opening up the floodgates for his mind.
Yeah.
Don't get in there and stir up trouble. Things look okay now, all right? You're going to ruin it.
Bye, Teresa.
You're going to self-destruct. Rose, you're single, right?
Yes.
You're looking?
Hey, Eric.
How you guys doing?
Good. Rose McGowan's our guest.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
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 This message is for the doctor.
Eric, what's up?
The weirdest thing happened to me about 6 months ago. When I get an erection, my penis tilts to the left now. What's that all about?
This is something new?
Yes. Happened about 6 months ago.
You haven't injured yourself or anything like that?
Not that I know of.
There's something called Peyronie's disease where you can get sort of a scarring on one side of the penis that pulls it over to one side.
Yeah, there's like a little indentation.
Right. You should see a urologist about that. That can be associated with erectile dysfunction down the road. It's probably nothing at this point, but just have it evaluated, okay?
What could be done about it?
Well, at this point, probably nothing. And probably nothing should be done about it. But I just want to be sure. Again, I'm at the disadvantage of not being able to examine people, being over the radio here, and I just think you ought to get
disadvantage.
Not being able to check this guy's honker out.
People are asking me questions that can't really accurately be answered on the radio.
But later on, you were thinking I might have a problem with it.
I'm saying it's possible that could be associated with that, and you should do whatever is necessary to prevent those sorts of problems.
Rose, you've seen this problem?
No, I've not seen this problem, but I've had girlfriends who have, actually, usually after they broke up with their boyfriend, they would start laughing because they would, then talk about the penis, and they would talk about, a curved penis. I think she quite liked it. So,
curves are normal.
I think they're not.
A curved penis can get places that a straight penis can't get to.
That's exactly.
Have you had girlfriends?
Yes, Ricky, I've had girlfriends.
You've been with a woman?
Yes, Ricky, I have.
I knew it. Do you like it? If you had the choice to be like one hot night, would it rather be with a woman or rather be with a man?
God.
Wow.
Probably a woman because the other is just so easy if I want to.
So you'd rather be with a woman than be with a man. Because you would be the guy.
Shut up.
Because for you to be with a guy.
Right.
For you to, it's true. It's true.
It's like what you always hear, those people saying, that they always have, if somebody's like always kind of like throwing himself at you, then the other one that's harder to get kind of, because girls don't come on to me that much actually, because they're usually, like if I had my hair short like I used to, then yes. But now,
Really?
I look too girly for most of them.
Women, they're soft and stuff, huh?
It depends on how much they work out, but generally, yeah. What do you mean?
Have you ever made out with a famous woman?
Have I made out with a famous woman?
Come on.
Flicking thing.
Steven Tyler did that in the video.
She was actually this woman who was like this really rich yuppie. She tackled me in a corner when I was 14. Yeah. That was my first experience with that. So I thought I'd share that with you. My intimate moment. Keep on going.
Share some more.
No, that's okay. Can we have a call or something?
No,
wait a minute. Peter's looking very bored and...
Not bored. I mean, that's a kind of disturbing story. I mean, it scared me.
Oh, Jesus! With the big wet tub, it's like the Super Bowl where they take the Gatorade bucket and dump it on the coach. Come on, Drew.
Drew. I'll tell you Drew's story.
Freak me out,
this would happen.
She's sick. That's an unhealthy woman, and she's abusing you. Really,
she was a client of my aunt's.
She abused you. She abused you, and to have eyeballs tattooed on your eyelid. I suspect that's not a normal person.
Watch this. Rose would be telling me and Adam a story. She'd be saying, yeah, and I was having sex with this guy in a bathtub, and Drew would go, you'd be surprised how many people get electrocuted and die in bathtubs when appliances fall in.
Well, look, an adult attacks a 14-year-old with eyeballs tattooed on her eyes.
It's the Grim Reaper fun over here.
Hey, Rose McGowan's our guest. I don't know what movie he's in. But what's up, Kyle?
Hello.
Hey, did it snow yet?
Huh?
Did it snow yet in Littleton?
Oh, no.
Do you know where Evergreen is?
Yeah.
I used to live there.
Did you really?
I thought I'd share that with you.
Yeah, that sucks up there.
Yes, it does. That's why I don't...
Talking about Rose to, penis size, does that, really matter? I mean, I've had a lot of chances for a lot of stuff, but I'm just kind of embarrassed that, if I whip it out, she'll start busting up or something.
Have you ever had sex before with a girl?
Oh, no, because that's why. I've had, a lot of chances.
Mm-hmm. Really?
You know, it sounds like maybe just on a deeper level, you're just not quite ready for it yet, and that's kind of like not an excuse, because most boys, I think, wouldn't really know if they were big or small in comparison to others until
No,
they kind
I
of
do
did
know, because my friend...
You think you're small?
No, listen to this. This is terrible. He got drunk and, whipped it out in front of me. And
Did
so
a teabag?
I feel inadequate.
Did the salad ball?
But you feel
Kyle, fruit ball!
But you know what? There's some people... But there's a really big difference between, the term flaccid, right? Okay, when it's flaccid, some people's are bigger, and some people's are only bigger than that when they're hard. It doesn't... You can't really tell so much when they're just not erect, you know what I mean?
Jim Dick.
The thing is, how old are you?
I'm 16.
You just might want to wait a little bit longer, and you know what? If you find a chick and you groove on her and she likes you, it's really not an issue.
No, but I've had that, and it's oh.
But you're not into it, right? At the last minute? Or are you just scared?
He's self-conscious.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but you know, maybe just it's your head or your body or something saying on a deeper level that you're just not quite ready for it yet.
How small are you, Kyle?
I don't want to get into that.
All right, but you know what? Women...
It's not, terrible. It's not,
Magic wand makes my penis grow.
God.
Women deal with that all the time. They see all different shapes and sizes.
But did you, like it when it's bigger or something?
I think everybody has their personal preferences. I mean, there's guys who like girls with flat chests, and there's guys who like girls with triple Ds or whatever. It's really personal. But Kyle, I'm telling you, if you learn how to go down properly, how to use your hands, and just generally kind of rock in all the other categories, you can overcome just about anything.
Okay, Kyle.
Right.
Listen for a second, okay, brother? When you're 16, 17, 28, you're very concerned about the size of your penis, okay? You always think it's too small. Dude, you listen to this show?
No, I don't.
Kyle, shush for a second, brother. Okay? I assure you, okay? Yours is fine.
Okay, thank you.
A lot of people always call up, and they're so concerned, and they're saying, oh, I want to get surgery, my penis is too small. Oh, I want to get this, it's too small. Oh, my God, mine's 6 inches, I bet that's too small. Mine's 4 inches, I bet that's too small. When you walk around and it isn't hard, it looks like a sunflower seed, okay? Kyle.
Yeah.
Relax, bro. So many people that are your age put so much stress on it, and they're worried about it, and you know what? It's all right.
Kyle?
Don't worry about it.
You sound really cute and sweet, and I would date you.
Look at this. Rose would sleep with you, but, you know. She likes swimming.
Well, Kyle, if I was your age and we were in the same town and you were this...
And everyone else died in an accident.
They went off that dead man's curve, I would be there.
That's right.
No, actually, it's just when you find that right person, it's not going to be an issue. And until then, it's just get out of your head about it.
Kyle doesn't sleep with women from Evergreen, but thanks for the offer. Kyle, take care, bro, okay?
Cool beans. Thanks a lot.
Bye. I was actually freaked out because I kind of got boobs overnight, and that was more scary than just about anything because I wasn't quite sure what, all of a sudden men started screaming at me when I walked down the street, and I hadn't, it was a real immediate sort of transition.
But when you hadn't developed breasts, were you all concerned that?
No. I've always been pretty all right with that whole, oh my goodness.
Hey, here's the facts of a girl having sex with a pony.
That's right.
God.
What do you want to say about that, Dr. Drew?
Rose, wait, tell me stories, okay?
Yes, they want more lesbian stories.
Alrighty then.
Let's take Luke from Tucson. Luke, you're on Loveline. Luke.
How's it going, guys?
Hi, Luke.
Just off the record, I want to say something to Kyle real quick. I'm hung like a wildebeest, and you know what? It's a pain in the butt sometimes, big time.
I hear you, brother.
But that's not my question.
Yeah, Luke, and I've got abs of steel, and we're on the radio.
Good deal. Okay, here we go. this is my problem. I got a friend named Gavin. He goes to school up in Phoenix right now. He's not around. But when he's here, his favorite joke is to whip out his skin off the sack and pull it up next to out of his shorts on the side of his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Say, look, I've sat in gum. The first couple times he pulls this one, it's hilarious as hell, and everyone falls to the ground like spewing and crying and everything. Well, the problem is he likes it so much he does it like in like
church,
food marts and everything, man. We're like in line for fries. I turn around, he's like, "Oh my God, gum again!" And the check is this old lady.
Luke, I'm sorry, Adam. You tell me.
We're impressed.
Does that roll? Is that like one of the funniest
Oh my
things?
God, he has another one.
Okay, I can't wait to hear because I like
sack
it. That is
humor?
a great one. Look, I sat in gum.
Yeah, okay, check out this one. He zips down his zipper, whips out the sack, right? And it's like dangling right outside in all air, all that is to be. And then he says, "Hey, chicken hearts." And everyone's like, "What?" And they kind of look around, confused for a little while. And then sooner or later, someone spies his sack just chilling. It looks like a chicken heart. And everyone falls down laughing. But the same thing happens. He starts doing it in public places. You're in line to get on the bus or something. Chicken heart. Walks up in the bus. The bus driver checks it out.
All right, Luke, I'm getting worried that you're obsessing over your buddy's sack antics.
No,
He's gonna graduate into being a fine old slacker. I mean,
Hey, let me guess, Luke. Let me guess.
What's up?
Does he skate?
No. College guy, man. He just gets drunk and fools around. But honestly, I want to tell him to chill on it. I mean, it's cool, like locker room antics the first couple times, and I recommend that all young guys out there do it once or twice and watch their friends die of laughter. But in all
I thought
honesty,
the gum thing's the funniest thing I ever
that was
heard.
good.
I'm sorry, you probably called the wrong person.
I'm going to try that.
Okay.
I'll do that.
But once
I'm going to do it with my long pants on.
once he does it in public, in front of other people, it gets really crude and you get hell embarrassed.
You kick him.
So you can get arrested for that, too.
Yeah, he could. But I'm wondering, what should I say?
Well, you're going to have to pull him aside and have a very bizarre conversation with him. It's like,
no,
hey, man, the
You
sack
call him-
stuff was funny at first,
Yeah.
but
Tell him you're getting a little attractive and you're getting worried.
the whole testicle thing is getting out of hand, and I think the sack humor is funny, but you got to realize that there's people on the bus who take offense to that. Put your arm around him and make sure you're saying it in a sincere fashion, but just tell him to bag the sack.
Luke, listen.
What's up?
Okay.
The Rick Man. Promise. Give it to me straight, buddy.
Luke, you need to get laid something fierce.
Luke, I think we need to get your buddy on the phone. I wish you guys were out here because we need to get Luke and his buddy up here on Loveline.
Yes, and his sack full of fun.
Yeah, Luke,
I'd kill them all. I'd have them dying.
Dude, we're dying right now. Thank you for your call, man. Have a good weekend.
I found out tonight that this is a big hobby with that. Do you guys do this?
It's more of a way of life, but yeah. Do you do that? Do you ever give wingers and stuff like that? Where you
I thought I was
flash
the only one
and
that called
stuff?
it a winger.
I don't know. I'm down with wingers.
They say 2 out of 3 guys do it all the time. Figure it out for yourself.
I have these girlfriends that those bras that you detach the front part when you nurse your children. So they wear those sometimes and leave the flaps down and just surprise people.
Really? Where do these guys hang out?
These guys hang out.
Good choice of words, Adam.
In my shower. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll be back with Doomsday Patrol. Scott, you're on Loveline.
Hey, what's up? Hello?
Scott, go ahead.
Hi.
How's it going?
We're well.
Good. I was gonna say I have a problem. I've been dating a girl for about 4 months. I had a long-term relationship throughout high school.
Yes.
And I guess my ex-girlfriend and I got pretty kinky and tried a bunch of different stuff. And now that I have a girlfriend, well, now that I have this new girlfriend, she's real straight. She's a sorority girl and stuff to the T. And I just have a hard time coming to orgasm.
What is it that you need, Scott?
Well, no, it's just my ex-girlfriend and I, when we used to, have sex, we tried a bunch of different stuff.
Give us for instance.
Well, like anal beads and stuff. I mean, we went far. I mean, even with me. And
you put beads up your butt?
Yeah.
Really?
And so And it made it so much easier for me to come that way. And
with beads up your butt.
I can't even fathom having to tell her this.
No, I wouldn't.
How long have you been with her?
4 months.
Oh, you work your way
But she's curious. She's curious what'll make me happy and stuff like that.
Well, start slowly.
Yeah, build up to the anal beads. Start with like a anal
bean.
It's just, that does.
I'd save that for your
That
wedding
didn't even
night.
do the trick.
What was that?
Towards the end, the beads didn't even do the trick. It's just like, it's so hard. It takes forever when we have sex.
So, Scott, you're not happy unless you're getting weird.
Yeah, it turns out that, the sex with my ex-girlfriend was incredible.
Right. All right. So first thing, don't get into that with your new girlfriend. No one needs to hear that.
No?
No. You don't.
She's always asking. Because she thinks it's her. She's like, what can I do to make you happy? She's like, I know I'm not fulfilling your needs and stuff.
Well, she is asking.
Yeah.
You
she's
know.
asking. She's like, because of them, we'll have sex forever. There's no such thing as a quickie with us. It's like,
Don't start off with the anal beads, but just like what's like something in that kind of field that's maybe the easiest thing to do.
I've tried stuff on her, but just to kind of give her a hint, try the same kind of stuff on her, and it's just kind of like she shakes off from it.
You know what's kind of weird is, adding little things once in a while to kind of spice up a relationship is fine. And I think it's nice. Sometimes you want to do it someplace different. Sometimes you want to use, something different that might make the sex, exciting. But the only way for you to have an orgasm is if you do these things, and it keeps on turning into greater and greater things. And you can't have an orgasm with your girlfriend by just having regular sex. Every time you have to top what you did. Till it started with anal beads, now it's anal billiard balls or something, and it's always something different. Doesn't that bum you out that you can't just have an orgasm? I can understand if you're saying, I can only be satisfied orally or something,
Sure.
But you're talking, just kept on adding more and more things,
and the poor girl's trying her heart out.
Yeah, but doesn't that qualify as an
I feel like
obsession
I'm
or an
killing her.
addiction or something?
The poor girl's trying her heart out. And it's just
there is something to that, right,
And
Drew?
it's manifesting itself in a sexual way.
Yeah.
She keeps asking. It's just like, and I want to tell her because I want to be happy.
But listen, Scott.
It's on your side. Regardless of the girl, you have an issue with the fact that you need really specific things that keep going higher and higher up the ladder until you are the person in the emergency room with a cucumber. Do you know what I mean? So you got to look at the issues. What have you noticed a really big progression in that sort of thing?
Well, yeah. The thing was, it's just like once you've had really incredible sex and you've gone all these different routes, it's like, all of a sudden, when you get into a relationship where a girl is just completely straight off the bat, and she's just, she knows nothing else but, mission.
Scott, I know what the answer is here.
Adam, tell us.
I'm gonna wrap this up for you, Scott. Scott, you have yourself a little emotional problem here that's sort of manifesting itself in a sexual way. That's what happens when people are screwed up. It always comes out in the sex,
or in the relationships,
or in the relationship, and the sexual part is part of the relationship. Right. Okay, so you're concentrating on the sex. You keep talking about Buffy and feeling badly about asking her to do deviant things to you, but that's not where the answer lies. The answer lies within you and some of your emotional problems.
Well, Rose is single. What about you, Rose? What do you think?
He just completely...
Just because I'm single, I think you're really like a...
Did you hear him not hear that?
Yeah,
100%.
Basically,
100%.
No matter who is in your life, you're still going to come up against the same issue.
I don't think it's emotional. I would imagine it's more of a...
You need beads in your butt. That's an emotional problem. It's not a sphincter problem.
You need to find some sort of happy medium there. And there are people that are just really sexually incompatible,
Right. And just to wrap it up, I think he should have just listened to everything Adam said, which he didn't.
Yeah.
But also, doing these things is okay once in a while. We're not saying there's something wrong with it.
No.
Just because I'm single does not mean that I like anal beads, all right?
Seriously?
I've never even heard of that. So.
Oh, really?
What do you like? We're off the air, but Adam and I are both going to be here for quite a long time. Everybody have a good weekend. Jackie Mason is going to lead the show.
Hey, Podcast Pal, here's a question for you. Where do you go to find Adam Carolla, Shaquille O'Neal, Steve Austin, Radiolab, Freakonomics, Heather Dubrow, Dan Patrick, and about 200 more of your favorite podcasts? Well, you go to Podcast One. That's where.
Seriously, right?
And you can grab our spiffy new Podcast One app today and have all of your faves right there at your fingertips. You can get this new Podcast One app at the App Store, Google Play, and, of course, podcastone.com.
And I pretty much quote, I'm too tired down there. And then, she thinks that when she's more experienced, she'll be able to have multiple orgasms. And I was just wondering, what you think about this.
Does she mean tired or does she mean sore?
Or sensitive? Too sensitive.
Bored.
I don't know. She just sort of like she's. I get the impression that she feels kind of like I do after I have an orgasm.
And why does that surprise you?
Well, it only surprises me because of all the stuff I've heard about women having.
What have you heard?
I've heard that they can and that they do, and that
some do, and some are more capable of that than others. But
it's not like a universal thing.
Not a universal thing.
As soon as they have like a good one, you shouldn't touch them for a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
It's that glow thing, you know.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you touch her. Don't touch my hair. Don't touch my hair. Well, but let me get that. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Wait, you mean so if you have something?
I've noticed that.
I used to even say that before.
Then some women, on the other hand, can recharge very, very quickly.
I hate that.
Like within seconds.
Right.
And they have no refractory phase and whatnot. But that's unusual.
And it really just depends on the girl.
On the person.
Right. But again, we have a guy who's taken it upon himself to, change whoever he's with sexually to sort of satisfy himself. And I say, what's wrong with that?
You know what? I disagree. I think that right now, and correct me, and see if you agree with me, Josh. Major, and she was boning.
Right. But now we're in this big raccoon code, 22 skadoos, that's Bearcat and all that.
Then I thought that maybe like a lot of guys, or maybe even before then, that guys were they thought about sex as about them getting off. And I think right now, a guy, when he gets in bed with a woman, is more concerned right now about giving that woman an orgasm before he can, but for the wrong reason, so he can say, I made her come.
So he can feel better about himself.
Right, it's still a narcissistic type of thing.
Do you agree, Josh?
Yeah, I agree. I think, it's sort of also it's the idea that you want them to have pleasure, too.
But just be empathized.
I mean, both parties win.
Be open and sensitive to what her needs are and not your own.
Right.
All right?
Okay, thank you.
I'm in bed or not, and I was wondering how I would know if I was turning her on or if she was faking it.
Why would he ask you?
Don't they have some kind of hornometer you could hook her up to? I mean, seriously, you're a doctor.
Seriously? No. Not anything that would be available to someone.
Yeah, why are you asking the doctor? He does two things. He pushes old women with his index finger all day, or he puts his thumb up guys' butts. That's what he does. He doesn't know about this stuff. Ricky knows about this stuff.
I've done the finger
Can
thing.
Ricky give me any tips on how to...
What's the deal with your girlfriend right now?
What's the deal with her?
Yeah.
Well, we've been going out for a year, and we've been having sex for a while, and it's just... I actually need some tips on how to make her wilder because it's starting to get boring.
How to make her wilder?
Right.
What do you want her to do, Brian? Move.
Well.
Wake up.
Stop reading.
Have a pulse.
What do you want her to do, Brian?
What do you think she should do?
Let me tell you something, okay?
What do we think she should do for him?
I think she should dump you. You sound like a bore.
Ricky, your personal astrologer?
Okay? Listen, this is the deal, okay? Guys, tell women what you want. And women, but more important, women, when it comes to making love, tell men exactly what you want them to do. Because guys get turned on by women telling them what to do.
Right.
More importantly.
And we don't know because we're stupid.
Yeah, you're clueless.
But don't preface it with all the guys who did me before used to do this, and I really enjoy it.
Right.
Pretend like you're making it up, but we know you're not.
Say, give it to me this way because I always wondered what it would be like.
Yes.
I never had it before.
I had a healthy
but
curiosity.
I would like it. How's that, Brian?
Well, let me hear. What was the strangest position you've ever been in?
Well,
Hey, Brian. I don't look at any of them as being strange.
Really?
Yes. But what about that guy that could masturbate by himself sideways by sticking his
no hands?
Called 2 days ago.
He took his fruit bowl and he slid it under the table.
The fruit bowl.
And he did that weird kind of sideways grind thing.
I tell you guys got to listen to Loveline every night because you learn stuff. Even we never heard the word fruit bowl. And the guy, hey, look, I sat in gum. See, if you didn't listen to the show 3 nights ago, you don't know why that's funny. Let's talk to Steve from Madera. Steve, happy Halloween.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, Steve?
Hey, first, you're way too...
Ooh, that's frightening.
Just alone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. Okay, when I used to live there, on the way to school, and I walked to school, I used to go to my neighbor's yard. He's this old guy. He always chased after me. I'd jump his fence, and he just threatened me. He goes, I'm going to kill you one day, right? So I was like, gave him the finger and just kept walking. So one day, I come home from school. I use it every day just threatening to kill me. So one day I was walking home from school at like 6 months later after all this, and they're arresting him. He's like 75 years old. And I went to the cop and go, what the hell's going on here like that? And he goes, he just killed his wife. He chopped her up and put her in a suitcase, and like I guess my other neighbor smelled this smell, and it was the lady dead, and he went and searched his house in the garage, and she's in the suitcase chopped up.
Is this a real story?
I swear to
God. And he
God.
really killed the girl.
He really killed his wife.
Killed his wife. Dude, you would have been a guy in the other hand. Be glad that guy ran out of luggage, man.
Dude, that guy,
he would have been the other guy, Steve.
Hey, I don't know, man. I was free. Oh, you had to clean my pants out, dude.
Did you poop? That's kind of heavy.
You had to hose me off, man.
Steve. Did you really poop? Right on,
Steve, really? Steve, tell the scary story about the time you spilt the bong and almost ruined your comforter.
Yeah, man.
Hey, have a good Halloween, Steve. Thanks for the ghost things, right? And when you say that people have had messages from beyond, you always think that it's something else.
Right.
What about you, Adam? You believe in ghosts?
No.
Oh, God, I hate you guys. I believe in it so... I know Ann. Ann, you believe in ghosts, don't you? I know Ann does. Have you ever seen one, Ann?
No.
Me either. I want to see one, though. But this is kind of weird.
If you kept doing speed a couple more years, I guarantee you.
Oh, dude, no. But you know what? I saw dogs running across the street when I was on speed all the time. But let me just tell you this. This is kind of a trippy story. It's not a scary story or anything. This is true. I had a friend when I was about 18. No, when I was 16. I had to go live in New Zealand for a year, okay? And on my birthday, I was driving on the freeway, and I was going, man, there was a best friend of mine. Okay, this guy that lived in Van Nuys, where I was from, and I go, man, I haven't seen that guy Robbie for a long time. I talked to him for like a couple weeks. I go, man, and for some reason I just felt really, really bummed out. And I got home, and my dad was sitting there to say that he had just gotten killed in a car crash on my birthday.
Right.
But it was kind of weird that I was driving home, and I said, man, I hadn't talked to that guy all day, for a couple days.
Do you know that the Navy used to keep rabbits on land, and they'd have mother rabbits and put the babies in submarines, and then when the submarines were exploded or damaged, the mother rabbits would get really worked up, and that's how the Navy would first find out whether one of the submarines had been hit.
Really?
No way.
Because submarines were on silence. They had to silence them. And
Did you?
See, how can you not believe in ghosts and stuff?
Look,
then?
I believe that they're...
All right, now everyone is into these scripted dramas and mystery podcasts lately. We have one now right here at Podcast One. It's called Chilling Tales, the podcast. It starts this week, and each week there's a different story. It's like sort of an audio version of a thriller. Think of cool versions of, say, Edgar Allan Poe, and other stories may only be heard on this very podcast. So this week was a story about, a game of flashlight tag that went ugly. And you got to listen, there's a lot of crazy, thrilling, crime, murder porn stuff here. Got to check it out. It's going to be what everyone is talking about. So after you're done listening to Loveline, go to podcastone.com or iTunes. Then go ahead and download the episode. And be sure to leave comments and reviews and rate the show there on iTunes for us. Again, that is Chilling Tales, the podcast. Go to iTunes, get it after the show.
And we were talking about it, and we both had dreams.
It?
Huh?
It?
Me and my friend.
Talking about it?
Well, we were talking about dreams, okay?
Oh, dreams.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So anyway, and we've both had dreams where we're having sex with a guy, and we're able to feel, like, penetration, you know?
Right.
And so I was wondering is that like a wet dream for a girl?
Well, it's a sexual dream. Do you actually achieve an orgasm?
I don't know.
You don't remember any kind
We
of
were
climax.
just wondering why we're able to feel it. I mean,
Because you're a human being, and human beings have these sorts of dreams. They're totally normal. For men, there's an emission that often goes along with it. They ejaculate.
Okay, but see, the thing is, are our muscles, contracting?
Are you asking us?
Yeah.
Well, how the hell do we know? We're not your comforter.
No,
I got an idea, Adam. I think you need to hit to out of water, sleep in her bed. As soon as she starts having that REM sleep, look down there, see if her muscles are contracting.
Put on my miner's helmet and get down and really do some investigation.
Fingering ourselves in our...
No.
But you could be.
But dreams.
Maybe you're fingering each other.
Look, it just points out just how much sex is a experience that your brain has, that you can actually recreate it in your sleep. Just that it really is as though it's happening to you, and your body will respond as though it is.
Okay, I just want to know, am I asleep? Because
No.
the first time it happened, I was dreaming I was doing it with a guy on his wedding night. I wasn't...
Millicent.
What?
You had a dream.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
The beauty, I mean, a dream is not even like a fantasy. A dream you didn't have control about. In fantasies, you can do whatever you want.
It's like asking if somebody dreams about hurting somebody in a dream. Are they a murderer? Or are they somebody that?
Okay. Well, I've dreamt that I cut this girl up, but that's not the thing.
All right, now it's getting frightening. I gotta be honest with you, Millicent.
No.
What next? Is your dog telling you to kill?
No.
Is he telling you just to maim?
But see, it's like this secret subject that girls don't talk about. Guys talk about.
Wait, stop. What's the secret subject girls don't talk about?
Dreams.
Them having what dreams?
No, that's it.
That's not true. I think you're just at an age where you're beginning to talk about it, but you'll talk about it plenty through your adult life.
Okay.
And when you do, we'll be here, Millicent.
Okay.
Hey, Millicent.
What?
Thank you for your call.
You're welcome.
It's like 15. Totally true.
Must we?
I tried to condition myself before I went to sleep to know it was a dream.
Is Billy Barty in this one again, too?
No, that was the night before.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam's dream.
Totally true story. Before I go to bed, I condition myself. I say, whatever goes on, it's a dream. You can do what you want. So have fun. There'll be no repercussions. Next thing you know, I'm walking in a mall with Adrienne Barbeau, a woman I've idolized, especially when I was 15. I decide I'm in a dream. I'm aware I'm in a dream, and I'm going to go for the jugs. I start trying to get her top off, and she starts screaming bloody murder. Now, part of me knows I'm in a dream, and the other part of me thinks I'm in a mall with people gathering around me. So I got, like, one hand on her halter top, and the other on my groin.
From that Swamp movie, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, Toxic Shock.
Something.
Wait, the Fog.
The Toxic Shock
or maybe
Avenger.
it was The Fog or something like that. But anyway, the point is I was totally confused and eventually just put my tail between my legs and backed off. Now, as soon as I woke up, I beat myself. No. I mean, emotionally for not capitalizing.
But one thing weird about dreams, there's only been a few instances where I have found myself in a dream, and it wasn't anything like sexual like that. And I said, okay, I'm in a dream. I know I'm dreaming. I'm going to try to do something. And I kept on trying to keep myself in the dream, but I woke up with like a really bad headache.
Right, it's kind of catch-22. Once you realize you're in a dream, it kind of screws you and you can't continue it.
Exactly. Let's go to...
Hey, I got a question about male genitalia.
Yes. Your own?
I'm sorry?
Your own genitalia or someone else's?
No, not on genitalia. I've got a question about male genitalia.
Yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, really mine. Well...
Another one that you saw?
No, just one genital. You know what I mean. It's really about a really prickly thing around the edge of the penis. It's like, it's kind of like pimples, but it's really small, and it's around the edge of the penis, and I wanted to see if that was normal.
Around the base or around the head?
Around the head of the penis, I'm sorry, not the base.
Are you circumcised?
No, but I've seen others that are circumcised, but it's the same thing.
Where did you see them?
Are they sort of like, almost like follicles that are hypertrophied?
It's almost like follicles.
Yeah, that's normal.
That's normal, because I've gone to the doctor, and I was like, he said it was normal. I just wanted a second opinion about it.
You got a second opinion, it's normal.
Is that goosebumps on your penis?
They're just, it looks kind of like that, but they're real symmetric, and they go all the way around, right? And they're very common, and people are uncircumcised, and they're normal.
Edgar, how extensive is your penis research? I mean...
Yeah, where are you seeing all this?
Yeah.
No, all the ones I see. Are you a homosexual?
No, I've just seen it often, and I just wanted to know, because I heard it was normal, but I was like, is it really normal?
It is really normal.
Am I abnormal or something?
Men are amazing in the way they obsess about their genitalia, especially around that age, around 15 to 20. So, Edgar, it's normal for you to worry about it, and it's a normal phenomenon you've got going there, all right?
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye, Edgar.
It is true. When you're younger, you name your penis, you talk to your penis.
I beg your pardon?
When you're younger.
I beg your pardon?
You never named your penis?
You never named your penis?
Both
Everybody, guys name their penis. Johnson seems to be a very popular one.
Yeah.
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 John Thomas.
Yeah. Maybe there's an athlete, the Babe,
Babe.
Maybe there's someone you idolize, maybe Elvis.
Wilt the Stilt.
That's right. That's a good one to name your penis after, by the way.
Enough, guys. People got the message already. You're pretty weird.
Of course, other people name it something else.
True named his penis when he was in medical school.
The Angry Inch. Let's talk to Teresa right now. Teresa is calling from Bakersfield. Teresa, you are on Loveline.
Hi.
What's up?
Not much. I was calling to ask you guys,
Why is it so hard for guys to make a commitment?
Because they don't want to yet.
Why? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, I'm living with this guy. I've lived with him for like 3 years. And we have a kid and everything, but he's got this fear of marriage.
Right.
And
What was his parents' marriage like? Was it a good thing or a bad thing?
I guess it's a good thing.
Well, you may want to talk to him about what his family life was like. Maybe for him it was something.
Well, they have like the Beaver Cleaver family.
Yeah, but it might not have been something he perceived as good. It might have been.
Oh, Drew.
No. Listen. I mean, he's a young guy, and he may be. Look at my.
All right, Peter.
I got to tell you guys. You know what? There's a couple things that are really funny. One is it's always fun just to kind of get Drew's blood boiling a lot. But what's really funny is whenever you get his blood boiling now, we do it just to hear his voice squeak because he's all sick and he's like,
You know, it's funny. I was in my office this morning, this afternoon, and half the people that I came in and saw laughed at me for being sick, just the way you guys did.
Yeah, it's novel.
It's like there's something humorous about a physician who's
This is
ill.
true. Well, let me tell you.
It's like an attorney being sued. Everyone loves it.
All right.
There's nothing better. It's like when Dahmer was killed in prison. Everyone just laughed. Same thing, Drew.
But Teresa, listen, it's possible that for him it's something he either he doesn't want, or maybe he's been convinced he should delay, or he's afraid to do it when he's too young. He doesn't want to think about it right now. Many reasons why people can be unwilling to consider marriage, and you are young.
But wait.
I can't help it.
Well, wait a second, Teresa. You guys live together.
I don't understand.
Wait. You live together.
Right.
You have a kid together?
Yeah.
You are committed.
No.
Yes.
It's not the same.
Why?
Because
I would say, what is a stronger bond in a relationship? Marriage or a kid?
Well, unfortunately, people tend to put the kid ahead of the marriage, which I really can't understand. But the fact is, she's looking for an emotional commitment, not a commitment to a child or a project that would be the raising of this child.
Teresa, I'll tell you the problem. There's an inherent flaw in men. They keep wanting to move forward, and whatever they have at the particular time may have been something that they were trying to grasp, 6 months ago, a year ago, a week ago, but once they feel it's theirs, they start moving on to the next project. That's why a lot of guys can't commit. You know what I'm saying?
Men can change.
Yeah, they can. Takes, a lot of therapy.
Everybody has a script for when they expect to get married and who they expect to get married to and what that's going to be like for them.
Some of my pages are stuck together.
why is it that he can live with me but he can't marry me? I don't understand that.
How old is he?
He's 26.
Hey, Teresa?
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a sales associate.
What does he do for a living?
He goes to school and he works at a bookstore.
Who's paying most of the bills?
Huh?
Who's paying most of the bills?
The both of us.
Even?
What's he studying for?
I don't know. He changes his mind all the time.
Okay, so he doesn't have any grandiose plans of making $1 million in the next few years?
No.
Well, he should marry you then.
Why would that matter?
That's what I...
Well, because a lot of guys have that, hey, I'm going to be a big wheel someday, so I'm not going to get myself held down.
So you can take it like Jim Carrey's ex-wife.
He does.
Right.
He does use money as an excuse.
Well...
But I don't think since...
This, for me, boils down to... Well, we got to wrap it up here, so let me just finish with this comment. It boils down to a similar issue between young men and young women in regards to how they view relationships. Just because he can be intimate with you physically, just because he can live with you, doesn't mean he has the same level of emotional involvement that you would have to be in that situation. Men don't have to have that kind of involvement to be in that kind of situation. Do you guys agree with me?
I completely. And the more you talk about marriage, the more he's probably going to run from it.
Women always want to know, how could he sleep with me but not love me? Or how could he be so intimate with me and not want to stay with me? Men can do that. They can absolutely separate out that level of intimacy, emotional intimacy that you're experiencing, that you would need to be in that kind of a situation. Men don't. So he may not be as involved and as committed as you would have to be. That's just the way it is. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Teresa. Sort of heavy night tonight.
Tough love from Drew.
Heavy night tonight.
Yeah.
Last night was kind of fun.
We'll lighten it up.
Let's talk to John from L.A. John, what's up?
I got a problem.
Yes.
What happened is I had got my girlfriend pregnant and I didn't have intercourse.
Wow. That sucks.
Visited by a shaft of light.
Yeah.
Or some sort of shaft. No, they say that.
Sex.
What?
Shut your mouth.
What happened?
Talk about Shaft.
It was just completely dry sex. That's it. And with boxers,
With what?
I had my boxers on. She had her panties, and I don't know how.
Did you juice?
Yeah.
Could it have, like, gone through the boxers and maybe he's got, like, some sort of super sperm or something?
How do you know she's pregnant?
Yes, I don't know.
John, how do you know she's pregnant? John.
Huh?
How do you know she's pregnant?
Oh, well, she already went through it, and she
She went through what?
the test, and she is pregnant.
What kind of test?
The urine test.
They're shooting at him. It's a machine gun.
That you got at the drugstore?
No, the doctor actually did it.
How about a blood test?
No blood test.
What the hell is wrong with your phone?
I don't know.
Are you in, like, the Green Acres Pharmacy calling us or something up on the telephone pole with Ebb?
Or are you at the 4077?
In the what?
All right, Radar. Enough of this.
We're going to go to another call. Let's go to Taylor. Hello, Taylor.
Hey, how's it going?
It's
Good.
going great. What's up?
Oh, not much. I had a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the way every call? Hi, I have a problem.
Let's get to it.
Well, you know how you were talking about earlier about guys, obsessed about their penises.
You are no exception, I suspect.
You're right.
All right, what's up?
Because I have noticed lately that I have a big vein that sticks out of the side.
There's just one large vein?
One large vein.
That is normal.
Wait, how large?
It's pretty large.
It's normal.
Taylor
He also has eyes.
What?
What's the name of your penis?
Oh, I do have a name for it.
Yes, I told you.
It's called Snickers.
Snickers. That's right.
Snickers really satisfies me.
Yeah. Wish I would have came up with that one, Taylor. Snickers really satisfy.
I call myself the 3.5 Musketeer.
Taylor?
Yeah?
Why does my wife call mine the milk dud?
Taylor, Snickers is going to be okay. Yeah, I'm sure.
No, well, look, there's like another problem, though.
Taylor, hold on. Put Snickers on the phone. Let's talk him down.
Well, see, we speak the same. You're talking to Snickers right now. So
Yeah.
Okay.
No doubt.
I'm worried, not me.
No doubt.
What's the other problem?
Well,
Jack with peanuts.
It's all about, I'm really worried about my penis. Because, like, I measure it every now and then,
How big?
Well, 6 months ago, it was 6 inches.
Yeah.
And I measured it last night, and it's 5.5.
Oh.
Wow. So wait a minute. 3 years from now, it'll be 1.5 inches, and by the time you're 25, you will not have a penis.
That's not cool, see?
Yeah, you got to get your loving in now.
Oh, I know. But another thing is, like, sometimes when I go pee...
Right.
And, you shake and everything, and you get it done, you put it back in your pants.
Right. Now, you shake your penis, but do you ever get that shivers thing I get when I go to Dodger Stadium? You don't get the shiver thing?
No.
That's this post-micturation your syncope gets.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that.
So I like...
now you've had
You
it.
didn't say that. Yeah, I've had that.
Are you guys listening?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like shake and everything. I get the shivers or whatever, and then I put it back in my pants, and I'll go to like class or something, and I'll feel wet, and I'll
You look down there, and there's some nougat, right?
No, not it's like I dribble pee. It's like I didn't shake it all out or something. I thought maybe it got trapped in that vein, and
No.
Oh, Lord.
Taylor.
Oh, Lord.
I thought maybe it was from
No, Taylor.
like.
No, everybody does. That happens. That's pretty common,
That happens
isn't
as
it?
you get older. If you're very sexually active, you can cause a lot of irritation of the
Well,
prostate.
see, I'm not.
All right, Taylor.
Well, I haven't been sexually active for
All
like
right.
a year.
Taylor, go have sex.
Huh?
Go ahead. Wait, Taylor.
No, I had sex.
Taylor, who are you satisfying?
Huh?
Exactly. Thanks for your call. Love. From Westminster. You don't mind talking about some sex, do you, Roland?
Do it all the time.
Roland, do you
talk
have
about it, or
do I have sex?
No, I was going to ask. Well, first off, have you ever named your penis, or do you currently have a name for your penis?
No.
Okay, that's honest.
I've never had a name.
Do you have a smelly manager you could bring in here so we could kind of feel at home?
She's not smelly.
Oh, okay. Well, forget it then.
Danielle.
Hi, Ricky.
Have you ever named your penis?
Huh?
Nothing.
I don't have a penis.
Do women name their sexual organs?
Not that I know of.
You've never named yours?
No.
Oh.
Should I?
Yeah. What would you name it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Curly.
Curly would be a good one. Yeah. Something
nice.
Something nice.
Yes.
Danielle, what did you call about?
Not right now. Just eventually. You've got time.
What did you call about?
Actually, this is a question maybe for Dr. Drew, but I know you guys are going to jump in on this one.
Get to it.
Okay, I'm having problems, okay? I cannot come to orgasm during sex. The only time I can orgasm is during oral sex.
Which would be a normal thing.
That is normal?
Absolutely. Probably a majority of women that is true.
I know, but it's no fun. I mean, I love oral sex, but still, I would like to, have some fun during...
Are you having sex with a guy?
Huh?
You having sex with a guy?
Yes.
Is he having orgasms?
Of course.
And are you having orgasms?
No.
But are you having orgasms when he gives you oral sex?
Yes.
Will he give you oral sex?
Huh?
Will he give you oral sex?
Yes.
You guys have good sex.
But it's not as fun. I mean...
Says who?
Says me.
She's saying it.
I'm the one that counts.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
Name your gig and you'll have...
Well, Danielle...
What do you think? Let's give it to Roland.
All right.
This is something I've lived with for many years, and it's
explain. You've lived with your girlfriend. You're married, Roland.
I've been married, yeah.
And your wife doesn't have orgasms sexually, only orally.
I didn't say that.
Oh well, you say you lived it for many years.
I don't think at the end of the day. Well, I mean, obviously it's up to you, isn't it? I mean, it depends. It's down to you exactly what you're looking for, and. Obviously, if you've never experienced it during sex, then that's going to be a problem. But in the scheme of things, I think, orgasm during oral sex is really good.
Well, orgasm is an orgasm, I think. Yeah, but that's the point here.
Yeah, but still.
Well, here's what I think. I think you can have an orgasm, but you got to get the clitoris stimulation going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, can't you get on top and take off a layer of his belly skin? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
You got to rub on it.
Danielle.
Huh?
You got to rub on the guy.
It doesn't stimulate
it does.
We've tried everything. I mean...
Well, all right. Give yourself a little time then.
Okay.
Experiment.
Yeah,
experiment.
Danielle.
What?
Why don't when you're on top? Why don't you touch yourself?
It's not the same thing, though.
Oh, it's great for... But you know what? Let me tell you something, okay?
What?
When a woman touches herself, it's great for the woman, and it's probably doubly great for the guy. Oh, come on, Roland! You don't like watching a woman get herself off?
Well, yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Guys do
well,
like
then,
that.
what?
Guys do like that.
They dig that stuff, Danielle. They dig it, exactly.
They love it.
So, what's the problem here? Bring yourself to orgasm.
Ricky defending his perspective only.
Huh?
Boy, that's if I approve of it, it is the way it is.
That's right.
You gotta understand, Ricky's the coolest here, He's
Yeah. Okay, let's talk, girl. Let's talk, girl. Okay, listen, okay?
Okay.
Let me talk to you for a second, girl.
Okay.
You're having orgasms, right?
Yeah.
Your boyfriend's having orgasms, right?
Yeah.
You know when you'd be having problems? When you call me, Danielle, and you say, my boyfriend has orgasms, and I don't have an orgasm. Will he, every time you have sex, will he make sure that you are satisfied?
Sometimes.
If he doesn't, you grab him by the ears and make sure that he does satisfy you, Danielle.
Okay.
You deserve it. He shouldn't be satisfied if you're not satisfied.
Good night.
Okay, I love the way you think.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's...
I
say we call Snickers in.
You missed that one, Roland.
And get him to go to work.
That one. The guy named his penis Snickers. Because it really satisfies. And then we realized that he's really not having any sex, so it satisfies.
No, but that's the order thing. Name the penis, then test the name out on a woman.
Right.
So he's just at that stage.
Okay. Let's talk to Heidi from Huntington Beach. Heidi, welcome to Loveline. Say hi to Roland Orzbal.
Hi.
Hi.
How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
I actually just had a comment.
Are you in an arena or something?
Huh?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling, actually, I'm on work.
What kind of job do you have?
She drives a Zamboni.
Say?
What was that?
I can't say.
What type of job?
Work like in a warehouse, kind of.
In a warehouse? Do you sell clothes?
Huh?
Do you guys sell clothes?
No.
You drive a forklift?
Huh?
You know how to handle a pallet jack?
No.
Okay, move
I'm a
on.
machine operator.
Have you ever named your sexual organ? Like Jaws or something?
Nah.
Oh, okay, well, what's up, Heidi?
Actually, I had a comment on yesterday. You guys were talking about, the size of the guy's penis matters. Remember that conversation yesterday?
Right. I was championing that cause, saying that a large penis is preferable to a woman.
Oh, that's totally...
Preferable to a woman?
Hold on.
Look,
Heidi,
give me a woman any day.
They have such a dry sense of humor, those English.
Oh, that's good. I would have to agree with Roland on that one. I'd rather have a woman than a large penis.
All right, smart guys.
Okay, so you guys think that a large penis matters?
No.
Yeah, but Ricky, when you yell no, it's like yelling, I have a small penis.
That's
Knock that off.
I keep on, hey, well, you know what happens? When a woman calls up and says size doesn't matter, you know what happens? She gets as long as she wants on the air. When some girl calls up and she says, you need a big one to satisfy a woman, it's time for a commercial break. So what are you saying, Heidi?
Okay, look, I've had guys that have been, like, big, okay? And they were nothing, okay? And I've had guys, you know what I mean? It matters how you move it, basically.
Well, it's true that the guys with the smaller units tend to work harder. You know what I mean? They're looking to satisfy. They're working overtime. The guys with the big schlongs just kind of prance around.
Wait, Heidi, what were you saying?
I said not even small necessarily, normal.
Yeah. Now, do you have a boyfriend?
Kind of seeing someone.
Okay. Now, has he ever asked you? Because we had this discussion yesterday about the things to say and the things not to say about guys' penis sizes. Should we repeat it?
You know what? I remember yesterday you were saying if it's just right.
Yeah, that's not the right thing to say. Yeah, you got to say guys don't like it if you're the woman and you say your penis is perfect.
That's exactly what I said.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. Just say, you know what? It's a little bit bigger than perfect. You know, if it was a little bit smaller, it would be perfect, but it's just a little bit too big. That's the one thing where too much is right for a guy. Perfect. You'd think your penis is perfect, that we would be, we're perfect. But you're supposed to say, it's almost perfect.
And guys, it's just the opposite when you're talking about your girlfriend's behind. Right? You go, it's perfect, it's a little small, but it's perfect. So you see how that works?
Exactly.
Guys work that way, girls work the other way, everyone will be happy.
Right.
Okay, I also had a question. I was wondering, what is your guys' advice on relationships at work?
Where do you work?
Don't do it.
Huh?
Avoid it.
Avoid it?
Yeah.
You hot for your foreman?
Huh?
You hot for the foreman?
My what?
Exactly. We got to go to commercials, Heidi, okay?
Aww.
Thank you.
My question is, my nipples aren't big, and that makes me really self-conscious about myself, and so when I have sex, I'm concerned that maybe he thinks they're too small.
The nipples too small?
Right.
Guys don't complain
care about
nipples
that.
being too small.
No, they do, though. Everyone, the guys I talk to, they want to...
Hey, Leslie? Leslie?
Uh-huh.
May I pry? You said, go ahead, Ricky.
Go ahead, Ricky.
How big are your nipples?
Very small.
How small?
They're not there. And I want to know if there's a surgical procedure that you could go through.
To get your nipples enlarged? Yeah. What do you want, those big old gnarly silver dollar things?
No, just so that...
What do you have? I mean, what do they look like? Do they look like two little toothpicks on a pillow?
No, they just don't become erect at all.
But how big's the areola part, the part around the nipple?
See, and the thing about that is that's not pink. It's more like brown.
Well, that's okay. It depends what color you are. I mean, black women don't have pink ones. I've seen movies.
Is that...
Is it normal? Because most of the girls that I'm around, they have huge nipples.
No, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Really?
Right.
I kind of like that. Have you named your nipples?
Have your boyfriends complain?
He just thought they were peculiar because the girls he was with all had big nipples.
Big mistake. Big mistake.
Dick. What kind of a guy is and I can just tell from your voice, you're a petite little flower, and is happy in bed with Leslie and to say, Leslie, the other girls I had big old nipples, had pancakes laying on their chest.
I know.
What kind of a thing is that to say? Another thing to say, never to say in bed. The other girls or the other guys.
Like we were watching Showgirls.
Right.
And her nipples just stood out, and he'd be like,
those were stunt nipples. Those aren't even real nipples.
That's right. She had to return those to the prop room at the end of the day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what you don't know. We live here in Hollywood. We know how these things are done.
Okay.
Leslie, the people are self-conscious about an amazing number of things out there. listen on this show, you hear people complain about every part of their body, and perhaps you will be comfortable with what you do have and who you are, and make sure the people you get intimately involved with are with you because they also appreciate who you are. Don't get too obsessed about specific body types.
Little nipples.
How they compare.
That's great.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's endearing. That's cute.
Yeah.
Ma, Dad, she's got little nipples. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, let's see.
Thanks, Leslie.
Great, thanks.
What a dick.
Yeah, she's critiquing her
Ron,
chest.
Little nipples are nice, right?
I think what it is, I've been thinking about this while you guys were talking. And I think what it is this. I think it's, what does she look like? I mean, she might be the most amazing woman in the world.
Right.
And, you know, when it comes down to it, when you look at a woman, you look at the whole thing, don't you?
Right,
You
if you're
don't
standing back far
you
enough.
don't go, look at that ear! Well, you don't look at the specifics. It works as a whole, and I think that
I'll tend to hone
people
in
are
on
sort
the
of,
boobs,
you tend to, yeah.
Well, zero in the
nipples,
boobs,
for how long, though? For how long?
Oh, 4 days, 5 days.
Well,
tops.
exactly. So
Tops.
it's like, you know, I think it's the whole thing, really. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right, it's the whole package.
Good advice. Let's play a song right now. What song would you like to? What song are we going to play?
Small nipples?
No. God's Mistake?
God's nipples? No.
No. There you go. There you go. Don't be bringing the man upstairs into it, man.
Sorry.
Okay. We had Rob Zombie on last night. We're trying to, get back up. Let's talk. Let's play some new Tears for Fears. We'll be back with more of your calls.
Yeah, I was wondering, what do you guys call nipples?
Nipples.
I
know.
You got to do
that is
something
cute.
about that.
Jenny from Fontana. Hey, Jenny.
Hi.
Hi. Say hi to Roland Orzabal from Tears for Fears.
Hello.
Hello. Drew's cold is catching.
Exactly.
What's up, Jen?
I was calling because I'm having... Oh, God, it's loud in my house. I was calling because I'm having this problem. Me and my boyfriend and one of my oldest friends, we did this stupid thing on Saturday. We went and had sex with each other.
Is your friend a girl?
Yeah, she's a girl.
So you two girls and your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, the victimization of that poor man.
Yeah.
No, see, it is. We didn't think it would be like that. We thought there's no jealousy when two girls, how could you think that?
Right.
But it's the total opposite.
Right.
He's real jealous and he's real hurt, and I'm real hurt. I'm jealous.
Jenny, no one ever anticipates.
I mean, we didn't think. Yeah,
Jenny,
you think about the excitement and the eroticism, but you don't
it's the emotional. For some reason in our society, we've forgotten that physical intimacy is an emotional event, and the emotional consequences of bringing another person into a intimate relationship. If you have a committed relationship, and if you're close with your friend, those relationships are going to change and change drastically. You guys, shut up.
We got to shoot you. We have to take him out behind the shed and shoot him like old Yeller. What's Dean Adele doing? We got to get him in.
What's going on?
Jenny, relax. I'm just saying, whether or not anybody can actually hear me or not, I'm not sure. But that threesomes destabilize close relationships, and people don't expect it. They forget that physical intimacy carries a significant emotional experience with it, and you never know what the outcome's going to be. Relate close boyfriend-girlfriend relationships that bring a third person in usually don't survive.
I'm sure he's having a really hard time dealing with this too, Jenny. I think he'll get over it pretty quickly.
Roland, you ever been involved with a threesome?
Or four?
No, unfortunately, no.
Really?
No.
Come on, wife's in England. Seriously.
No, I'm serious. So, what was going on again? Whose boyfriend was it?
Me and my boyfriend, we lived together, been together since...
And you had a... And whose idea was it?
Did you let your boyfriend do your friend?
I don't remember. I was so drunk.
Remember? Come on.
No.
Well, you know.
They didn't do it, but I don't know what they did.
But whose idea was it, though? I mean, were you...
It was mine and my boyfriend asked her.
Oh, your
wow.
boyfriend
So
asked
you talked about it before you?
We planned it.
You
We
planned
thought about
it?
it for a month.
For a month, and then it happened, and he's jealous?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
To her. Don't laugh. I knew you guys are going to...
He's jealous?
He is.
Lucky bastard!
That's right.
It's like she's the other woman. We don't want nothing to do with her.
Look, Roland's a big rock star. He hasn't had two women at once.
I know that's what he was thinking too. That's where the confusion comes in.
Wait, so you're telling me that it's a bad idea?
It's me and him. We don't know what to do. What are we supposed to do now? Just forget it? Go.
No, you know what you need to do, Jenny?
Oh, God, Ricky, I knew
It's just weird that he's the one that's jealous about it.
I don't get that.
he is playing it off. He is high-fiving his friends. He is going, dude, my girlfriend was doing this other
I
shit.
see.
Dr. Drew.
I can see it.
Jenny.
Tell me,
Yes.
is Ricky being a jerk?
Yes.
Yes, you can ask Drew that 10 o'clock every night. He'll say yes.
Oh, ask him at 9:30. Come on.
No, me and him, it's like all we've been doing to each other all weekend, like hugging, I love you, because we just hurt each other so badly.
All right, so
How did he hear it you?
Because she gave him moral sex.
Okay, so see the whole thing. Yeah, all right.
I was so drunk that I couldn't comprehend what it was going to feel like the next day.
All right. If you guys are still able to survive this trauma, recommit to each other, recognize you made a mistake. Fortunately, there seems to be sort of a balance in terms of the amount of hurt and jealousy being experienced by both of you. And recognize that these are very foolish choices.
Okay.
Right? And your relationship can survive. I'm not saying it can't.
I mean,
But
we have 2 kids.
well, then it must survive. Jenny, then
don't tell them about this, by the way.
It must. You really,
No, I know. No, I'm going to tell him right now. I'm going to wake him up.
No, Jenny, you got to think about your kids, and that's the bottom line. And you've got to.
I told him.
You have to work at getting over this on behalf of your kids.
Okay.
All right, and you can do it.
Thank you.
But
Bye,
don't
Jenny.
make stupid choices in the future, okay?
Why does everybody have kids? Pronounce the name, Drew.
John Quill.
John Quill?
I taught me how to yodel, little lady.
I'm sorry, what is your name?
John Quill.
John Quill.
Yeah.
From?
From Portage, Indiana.
Portage, Indiana.
Did you have a question for Dr. Slim Pickens over here?
No, I had a comment on something that somebody called and said earlier.
Right. Yeah.
The boy who called and he said he was having a problem with premature ejaculation.
Right.
Okay, there's this stuff. It's called Detain. They sell it at Walgreens or... We got it from Walgreens. But...
That's a club, I think, in Indiana.
It's a
Oh, you don't know what Walgreens is?
No, we know what Walgreens is.
Oh, okay.
We don't have them here, though, really.
It's a topical anesthetic.
We used to, then we got TV.
Yeah, that does not work that well.
Oh, yes, it does.
Well, I'm glad it works for your husband, but that's not a standard treatment for premature ejaculation.
So it numbs the penis?
Basically. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we were talking about medication that really would pharmacologically delay the ejaculation, and for quite some time sometimes. But we appreciate your input.
But wait. I want to know about this stuff. John Quill.
Yeah.
Non-Quill. NyQuil. What is it? It's like a cream
Like a lidocaine.
Right.
And you rub it on his thing?
It's a xylocaine cream.
Yeah, you rub it on his thing.
Right.
And...
I'm not asking. No, I'm not writing it down.
They don't have an illustration of that on the back of the tube, do they?
No, they don't.
Okay.
But it does work. Really
But what does it make it? What does it feel like on him?
It's kind of numbing.
You know when you go to the dentist? And
I don't know what you're getting done at the dentist, but man, you are getting.
Well, I got to tip the guy, but all I'm saying is, you go to the dentist, you get a little work done, and you drool for the rest of the day. I mean, your gums, your lips, everything's numb.
Right.
Well, you rub this on your penis, your penis is numb.
drools.
Yeah, it's like you went to the dentist.
Okay.
But you can still feel it. I mean, it was still good sex.
It would just detain him.
Sure, why don't you just rub it all over his body, make him into some kind of zombie-type guy, and just put him in the closet and drag him out when you want sex. How about that, John Quill?
Well, why not?
Named after a feather.
Oh, it's a flower.
A flower. Do you ever... Never mind. Roland Orzabal is our guest from Tears for Fears, and I guess the normal question that you would ask is, are you planning on touring now with this record?
I thought you were going to ask.
Post, like,
intercourse.
Coitals, yeah.
Post-coital ejaculation.
Post, yeah.
Spontaneous.
You're very good at this,
Post like lamppost.
And we sit here once again with the old trout caught by the hook like really. Roland is just sitting here, and Drew is going ready to Drew to say, that's not true, Roland. And Drew's like, post-coital.
I've heard of stuff like that from medication.
No,
that's never happened,
But you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna tell us some really sad story or something.
And we're gonna start laughing.
Go, yeah, you're funny, and he's gonna go, what a bunch of dicks.
Right.
We're laughing at my story.
The boy that called post-coital ejaculation syndrome.
Heard about it. Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
You know the rule, don't you?
The rule?
Yeah, you're a new listener to Loveline?
A couple days now.
Okay, all Beths are psycho.
Oh, okay.
It's true.
Well, that's not my full name. I'm just covering it up because I don't want everybody to know.
Okay.
Well, it's not a problem. It's definitely not a problem. I can come whenever I want to. I
Well, any girl can. All they have to do is tell them guys they want to have sex.
Is I can like have multiple orgasms during sex. Like I have had as many as 9.
Imagine how that guy feels. Imagine the victory laugh he does around that yard when he's done.
He doesn't even have to be there, does he, Beth?
No, he doesn't, because I don't need, like, stimulation.
Like, you could have an orgasm, say sitting talking on the phone.
Yeah, if I concentrate, like, it's all through imagination and, like, centering your, you know...
Your forefinger on your clit.
Beth, do a little centering for us right now. Come on.
Ooh, no.
Come on.
Hey, now, I want to know if,
no.
just how common it is.
It's real common. It's not rare.
I have to be alone to do it without stimulation.
Beth, it's uncommon, but it's not unheard of.
It's common, but
it's not uncommon. It's uncommon, but it's not unheard of. Okay.
Beth.
Yes.
We're gonna play some commercials right now. I'm gonna keep you on hold.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a couple minutes. I want you to close your eyes, okay? And bring yourself to orgasm. And
you, Ricky, right?
What was that?
I said, and imagine you.
Well, I know that won't work, okay?
Ken Roland's there with a big vat of that Johnny-Cane stuff.
Detane.
Yeah, he's rubbing it all over his honker.
Okay, Beth? His Snickers. Beth, we're going to give you a couple minutes, and we'll come back to you, okay?
Okay.
So just relax.
All right, thanks.
Okay, we will be back. You did?
Yeah, I did.
How many... How many did you have?
Just one.
Okay, that's one orgasm, okay?
One so far.
Okay. Yeah. And you're not even touching yourself? You really... And you know what? Just that bite your bottom lip, you're not faking it, are you, girl?
No.
Okay, we're going to...
have something to tell all the women out there.
Yeah?
The way to do it is just lie down on your back and concentrate on, like, just imagine someone, like, not touching you, but, like, just running their hands everywhere.
You know, it's funny. Every time I touch my wife, she imagines someone not touching her. She does the same thing. Every time I'm with her, she tries to imagine someone not touching her. I'll tell you what. Listen, Beth, okay? You've had one orgasm so far, right? We're going to play a song, and we'll come back and we'll see how we're doing, okay?
Well, guess what?
What?
My boyfriend just came over.
Oh, man. Tell him to leave. You want to have an orgasm. Because I don't want you guys to do it during the song, because I don't want to hear him like, oh, yeah, I just had one, too. Tell him to go away for a couple minutes. What if he wants him? You're going to be sitting there smoking a cigarette going, hey, I've been on the phone with these guys. So does that mean no more orgasms?
No more orgasms.
Just one more. We'll play a song for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, hold on, and we're going to play... Hey, Beth.
Yeah.
You here? Did you have an orgasm during that song?
No, I couldn't.
You didn't?
No.
Well, just so you know, we just heard Falling Down from Tears for Fears, New Tears for Fears, and Roland Orzabal's here. Well, Beth. Okay, for people that are just tuning in, Beth called a couple minutes ago and told us that she could have multiple orgasms without even touching herself, okay? And she said that she had already, and we put her on hold, played some commercials, and you had one orgasm, right?
Yeah.
Now, during that song, we said try to have another orgasm, and you said you weren't able to, right?
Yeah, usually it's when I'm doing it just by myself, I can only usually do one.
Right.
But, I mean, during sex, it's...
Oh, God, that's such a good thing. Now, let me tell you something for you listeners that are just kind of curious if Beth's call is for real, okay? Beth, while we were playing the song, we were monitoring you. Hello? We were listening to you.
Okay.
You were making some noise.
Yeah.
You got going. We have some of it on tape.
I tried.
Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
Do we have any of it? Let's just listen. This was Beth during that last song. Boy, this is exciting. Is that...
You can't even hear it.
Oh, well, there we were. We heard some. There was a little moaning, groaning going on.
Yeah.
So it was working. So I'll tell you what. Do you want to hang on to how many orgasms you can have during the show, or is your boyfriend there now?
My boyfriend's here.
Well, thank you for at least, we can all say that we had an orgasm with Beth. And thank you. And do you have some more secrets for women, Beth?
Just read up.
Read up?
Read up and do your homework.
Okay.
So you're saying it's a mind control thing?
It is.
It's like a Vulcan thing?
It is, really.
So, like Dr. Drew says, it's emotional, it's mental.
Yeah, exactly. It's possible for...
And if you can get control over that like a yogi, you could have 9 orgasms.
Beth, anytime you want to call us and have an orgasm, please feel free.
Okay.
Thanks for your call.
Thank you.
With Dave, you're on Loveline with Roland Orzabal.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Good, Dave.
All right. I got a question for Roland.
Yeah.
How you doing, John?
Not too well right now.
Why? What's the matter, bro?
I got a problem with my girlfriend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Well, mine's different.
Yeah.
And it's a problem that probably other guys would want. I don't know, maybe.
What is it?
My penis is too big.
Yeah. I have a problem, too. You know what it is? Every time I fly, I keep on hitting telephone wires.
No, this is serious. Because I'm about to lose my girlfriend over it.
Over the size of your penis?
Yeah.
Because sex is painful, or because she trips over it in the shower?
It would hurt too much.
Then why don't you just take it easy? Well, how big is it?
Yeah.
I've never measured it. I mean...
Maybe, wait, how old is your girlfriend?
She's 17.
Has she had sex with anybody before you?
Like 2 other people.
I mean, maybe she's just sore, maybe she's just nervous.
Or maybe it's just an excuse.
Yeah, maybe it's just an excuse. I mean, it's easy to pat yourself on the back and say your dick's too big, but maybe she doesn't dig you, John.
As far as excuses go, one of the better ones, ladies.
Yeah, that would definitely be a good one. I would take the blow a lot easier if a woman said...
Oh, yeah, you'd buy that in a second. Well, all right.
Okay.
What can you do?
I wouldn't have a stomachache the next morning.
No.
You know what I'm saying, John? I mean, women can give birth, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Your penis isn't as big as an infant, is it?
Well, I've had sex before, too. And I had sex with her best friend.
Well, that would have nothing to do with it, though.
No, that wouldn't factor in at all.
What'd you name your penis, John?
Andre.
Andre the Giant. Yes. He's dead, by the way, but... a big, stupid Russian guy with a bad haircut.
He's not dead.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Ricky. Rowdy Roddy Piper's got AIDS, too, so...
Oh, my God. No, he doesn't.
All right, I made that up.
Next thing you know, you start bringing in Sting and Nature Boy. I'm going to have to ask you to step outside, okay? So where were we, John? Take it, Roland.
Oh, Thanos.
How big is the penis, John? Seriously, you know.
Well, I don't know.
Can you suck it?
No.
But you tried.
You guys, where are we going with this? Where are we going? Can we help this guy?
Can you suck yours?
No, John,
what?
relax.
If I could, I wouldn't be on the radio.
Guys, can we help this gentleman?
I think I can.
How?
Well... No, I can't. No, I can't. I want to say that Ricky was right about the whole birthing process. You know, it's going to be uncomfortable, but you have to accommodate her. You have to use some lubrication. You have to move the right way.
Maybe
you got to get her moist.
And smooth.
Right? You got to be smooth. You got to
be
smooth.
Doesn't fit with my understanding of human beings that would be the only issue that would cause a woman to reject a guy, particularly in that age group. It's something else, I suspect. He just needs to keep talking with her, figure out what's going on there.
Let's talk to Nick, because it rhymes with... Nick, you're on Loveline.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, you're in Denver.
Yeah, Denver.
Snowing?
No, it's snowed about 6 inches a couple days ago.
That's average.
Yeah, I got 2 questions for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
One for Dr. Drew and one for Roland.
All right, Nick, go ahead.
Dr. Drew, I got a question for you. Do you subscribe to the notion that older females, or actually females generally hit their prime around 26, 27, or do you think that's a myth?
No, actually, it's supposedly the first half of the 30s. 30 to 35.
Oh, okay. Because, see, I've met younger females, too, that seem like they're certainly in their prime.
Yeah, but
wait till they get older, Nick.
Yeah, what people what people project to you and what they're actually subjectively experiencing may be 2 different things.
Is there any sort of physiological
reason for that, or there's actually a suspicion that it may actually be a psychological process too?
Okay. Okay. My question for Roland. I've noticed.
Hi, I have a question for Dr. Joe.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any unsurgical way you can...
Unsurgical?
I mean, yeah, without surgery to make your breasts larger.
The Wonder Bra.
No, not
really,
that.
There really isn't any reliable way to do that. Some women, when they go on the birth control pills, particularly those that are higher in estrogen dose, will have some enlargement. Some it can be, so in some women.
What if they take double the birth control pills?
Then no.
What about any kind of exercises?
No, really not. But some women will get rather pronounced enlargement. I read an interesting thing about the pill the other day, that women do tend to be pheromonally attracted to significant opposites to themselves. It's pheromones smell, but the speculation is that it's an attempt to sort of increase the complexity of the gene pool. So
you're saying Rob Zombie's manager would be beating women off with a stick. That guy was the pheromone master, the lord of the pheromones.
But that when women go on the pill, they suddenly become attracted to her more like kinds, as though the body's being tricked into being pregnant. And when women are pregnant, they might bring around them people like themselves for support and safety and that sort of thing.
Well, the thing is, I used to have, I was a cup size C before, and I lost almost 30 pounds this year, and that's why I lost all my boobs. And I'm sometimes I can wear 8, but I'm a really small B, and I feel really embarrassed from my boyfriend because
he wanted you fat with big breasts.
Well, he never says anything, but his friends in front of me to him
well, what is up with your wimpy boyfriend that doesn't tell his friends hey, shut up, don't say anything about my old lady, smack him?
Well, I don't
What's up with that? That guy should be respecting you and not let his friends say anything about you.
I know, but I don't know, because he works out a lot and he's trying to get he's working on his chest, and his friend said, yeah, he's trying to reach you. I think he's going to reach you.
Oh, yippee.
Does he shave?
Well, it'll be close, because the more he works out, when he gets really big and huge, his penis is going to shrink too.
Does he shave, Lisa?
Shave?
Does he shave his chest?
No, he's not like that.
And he doesn't wear the leopard thong back and all that crap?
No.
Okay, good.
What are you talking about?
Well, a lot of these guys are getting to working out real hard, and then they start shaving themselves.
No, but he doesn't have that much hair, so...
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what to do. I really want them to grow. I'm trying to
Lisa, listen. Don't obsess. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Ricky's gonna kill me for saying this, but it's the truth. Not many guys in this society are huge breast men.
You are full of
Just let me finish here.
You are
Let me finish here. A lot of guys talk about boobs because they feel, it's something to talk about, sports and boobs. But when it really comes down to it, they like nice boobs.
It's true.
They don't like huge boobs. Am I right, Roland?
You're absolutely right.
But I've lost weight, and they're kind of not that hard anymore, and I don't know what to do. I mean, I think exercise will make it
Are they droopy, like Sax oatmeal or something?
I think you can. I think there are certain exercises for the pectorals for a woman.
Yeah.
But that you can do.
That's the muscle.
I know it's the muscle, but the second thing I was going to say, but the muscle's the underlying.
First call of the evening, Amy from San Jose. What's up, Amy?
Actually, I was at a party one night, and a friend of mine brought up something called a bowl of fruit. And I was wondering if you guys know what that is.
The old bowl of fruit, huh?
Oh, yeah.
The bowl of fruit. Let's let Drew take this one. I bet Drew doesn't know the bowl of fruit.
Never heard of it.
You don't know the bowl of fruit, Drew?
Never heard of it.
Adam, I bet you know the bowl of fruit, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've partaken in the bowl of fruit many a times. Well, you've heard of the brand Fruit of the Loom underwear?
Yes.
And you've heard of the Horn of Plenty?
No.
Oh. Well, just go along with me, would you, Amy?
Horn of Plenty.
Drew knows the Horn of Plenty.
I've heard of that.
And you've heard of a male's crotch referred to as basket?
Okay.
Right? So you combine the bowl of fruit, the Fruit of the Loom, the basket, and the Horn of Plenty. And what you're really talking about is the male genitalia there. See, the underwear, the ball nuggers, as I used to like to say in junior high. Ricky would correct me, call them the ball huggers.
Ball huggers.
Yes, huggers.
The Fruit of the Loom ball huggers represent the bowl, and then, of course, the fruit would be the genitalia.
The fruit of one's loins.
The fruit of the loins. You've heard of that, right?
Yes, I have heard of that.
Thank you for enlightening us.
Wait, Amy. What? Honestly, will you just...
I have no idea. I've never heard of that.
I don't either.
I ate some wax fruit once and passed a candle.
Oh.
It came out of his wig. Amy, use it in a sentence.
Use it in a sentence?
Yeah, like how they said the bowl of fruit thing.
Oh, we were were just talking about it. She said, my boyfriend knows about something called a bowl of fruit. And I'm like, what is it? And she said, I don't know.
Well, you know what? If anybody knows, 1-800-LOVE-191.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what it is.
What? Do you really?
4 homos in a hot tub.
No.
Yes.
Okay. That's it.
There you go. Yeah, and now you just got to ask your boyfriend what's up.
I don't have a boyfriend.
Exactly.
But Ricky, I got a question.
Uh-oh.
I work for a Harley shop, and I want to send you a shirt, and I want to know what size you wear.
I like them large.
Large?
I mean, I usually would fit into a small. Now that we're on the radio and people can't see my physique, I would say I'd fit into a small, but I prefer extra large shirts.
Well, but you would need the arms let out.
What?
You'd need the arms let out, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'll give you the address. Sure, I'll take any Harley shirts. Sure, send me free stuff. We like that.
Yes, I know.
Okay, thank you, Amy.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Worked at a Harley.
Blue balls.
What about blue balls? You're not the same guy that keeps on calling us to tell him he dyed his pubic hairs blue, right?
Yeah.
Greg, listen, you dyed your balls blue, okay?
Uh-huh.
Like you're a good guy, you listen to the show, but every day we hear about you and your blue balls. You dyed them, and the fact is, now you went through the time...
I need some good lines to go with them.
Greg, you're on your own, brother, okay?
Okay, wait, is Dr. Drew still sick?
Yeah, I'm getting better.
Unfortunately...
Yeah, so it's going to be a bad show, okay?
Right. You've jinxed us with your health, Doc.
Oh, Lordy. Let's go to Janessa, who's calling from Ontario. Do you know Ontario is going to break off?
Hello?
They're going to secede from the union?
It's not Ontario, California. Oh, not Ontario, California?
It's Ontario, California.
Oh, I thought it was Ontario. I thought Ontario, California was going to break off from American Canada. I was kind of excited.
Yeah, like anyone would care.
Yeah. Ontario and Fontana are going to make their own little meth.
Hello?
Yes, we're here. Go right ahead.
How you doing, Joe?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good.
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
All right.
I was having oral sex with my girlfriend a few nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was doing it, she kind of dribbled pee, I think.
Oh! What do you mean? What do you think?
Well, I've never tasted pee, so I'm not sure.
Right.
But I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh, what else would it be?
And
well, Adam, some women when they have orgasms, they get extremely.
Wait a minute. Slow down. What is this? How'd you pronounce that? Orgasm? What is this? Yes.
Some women not sort of ejaculate. They can squirt.
Oh, okay. All right.
And when that happens,
and
you come and tell me, bro. I'll give big high fives.
Don't hold your breath.
I saw it in a film.
Okay. And I have a little starting of a rash. I think it's like a little redness, like chapped, kind of. And I was wondering what that could be. Should I worry about it?
Where is it?
Like on the corner of my right side of my lip, like. It's kind of like a cold sore, like dry lip or something.
Like your mouth is sort of splitting there in the corner?
Yeah, and it's like a little, there's one spot where it's like red.
Are you on any medication?
No.
I mean, it could be a cold sore, and whether or not it's something you got from her, I can't really say. If it really was a cold sore in a region that you've had cold sores before, you may have been able to give her something more likely.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're irritating that area of your mouth, your lips, you can get sores and chaps and chafing and things like that. That's normal. That's nothing to do necessarily with any kind of sexually transmitted disease.
Joe, is she there right now?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought
I'd say don't worry about it unless she talk to her about it and make sure she doesn't have anything that could be transmissible. But it doesn't sound like anything to worry about.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, but isn't it true that you can't really urinate when you're having sex?
It's hard to.
Like a guy can't, but could a girl, when you're in there?
It's very difficult.
Now, what about if she's being eaten?
I would think I'm sure it's possible.
I'm trying to think of
You're very couth.
I'm sure it's possible.
So, wait, guys can't because of the erection or because of something else?
The guy's sort of a valve that shuts everything off for the guy. A guy can, but he can't when he's ejaculating or just around that time. He cannot.
That's great, isn't it? Those little munchkins in your testicles turning that big knob going, come semen, this way.
He's imagining the Keebler elves in him. It's amazing. So.
Oh, yeah, they're in there.
Now, tell me this, okay? Yeah. That means if you're driving down the road, right? Yes. You're in a long ride, you're in the car, you've got hours before the next bathroom, and you got to use it so bad, and if you start jerking off, then you won't have to urinate.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's more difficult to urinate then.
Okay. Just thought I'd bring that up. Let's talk to Will right now, who's gone from Fresno. Hello, Will.
What's up?
How you doing?
All right.
Good.
I was calling to let you guys know what a fruit bowl was.
Oh, it's the fruit bowl, not the bowl of fruit.
Yeah.
The fruit bowl is...
It's where a guy sits on a copy machine as a joke, and turns it on, and what the people see are 2 kiwis and a banana.
Wait, a guy sits on a what?
Copy machine.
Xerox machine.
Oh, I thought he said
and
a
makes
coffee
copies as a
machine.
joke.
That wouldn't be funny.
Like
a shot of espresso up your ass.
He sits on a copy machine. I'll tell you what. I was going to say something.
You going to go do that?
No, I was going to say someone fax it to us, but I don't really want to see a couple of nuts.
Doc, now there's a lot of this funny business, a lot of abuse of technology going on this way.
Pissing in the coffee.
In fact, I heard somebody speak about how technology is used in medical systems and stuff, and usually the first thing that people tend to do with new inventions like video machines, televisions, video recorders, computers,
like ram them up their ass.
Well, no, but
it's true. It's true. Hey, I got this new piece of technology. Let's see if it fits in my ass. It's true, Doc. You know, it's true. It's human nature.
And what's the first thing they always say, Adam, when they find a whole computer and keyboard up their ass? How'd they get it up there? Drew, you know the answer.
They sat on it.
I fell on it.
I fell on it. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true. Early man did this. When the wheel was invented, first place it went, right up a caveman's ass.
And as soon as they invented fire, big trouble. Big trouble.
But listen, people tend to put sort of
you led us this way, Drew.
Sexual stuff in these. Use them for those sorts of
Louis Pasteur put a cow in his ass.
Can you stop on the flat stuff?
Carver did it with a peanut.
That's right.
It's amazing. There's 2 of you guys, and that forget it.
No, go ahead.
No.
You were going to say
that people put illicit kinds of material on new technology first.
Okay.
The first kind of thing they tend to do with it.
Right, but is there radiation involved with the copy machine? I mean, could that be detrimental?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
What if the glass breaks? You cut yourself. How do you explain that one?
That could be
the copy machine is broken, and you got a slice in your ass. How do you tell that to the boss?
Oh, jeez, I don't know. But Drew, seriously, it couldn't hurt you. Is seriously all that light and radiation, everything passing through your testicles? You're saying that's healthy? That's good? You recommend that?
I didn't say that. I said I don't think I don't know it to be proper.
All right, but isn't it your job to discourage people and their ideas on this show?
Yeah, sometimes.
So shouldn't you come in right now and say that could be potentially damaging, and we don't have the reports in yet? People should stay away from that.
Be accurate and honest. I don't know.
What about a scanner?
What kind of scanner?
Can you put your face or butt or whatever on a...
Where are you guys going?
I'm going to tell people our fax number.
What about the radar guns that the cops use, and they put them on their laps, and they get cancer in their testicles from that? You've heard of that.
I've heard of the car phones maybe causing brain cancer.
All right, then why not the copier machine?
Because you don't sit on it all day, I try.
Oh, that's you. That's you and your white-collar buddies. But in our world...
Hey, our fax number is 310-854-4455. You're at work, you got a copy machine, fax is something dirty. Let's go right now to Dana, who's calling from San Luis Obispo. Dana, did I say it right?
What? San Luis Obispo?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, what's up?
Well...
You sound cranky.
Huh?
You sound cranky.
Well, I'm a little embarrassed, first of all, because I'm from the L.A. area, and I cannot even believe I'm calling to tell you this, okay? But the other night... Well, first of all, I'd like to say I'm so glad you guys are up in the Central Coast now, okay, because I recently moved up here, and K-Rock was one of the things that I was totally missing, so I'm glad you guys are here now. Anyways, the other night you guys were talking about, how guys name their sexual organs.
Snickers.
Right. Snickers.
Did you hear that guy? This guy says he named his penis Snickers.
Snickers, right. Okay, well...
Snickers. Could use mounds, even.
Well, you guys were asking, do women ever name theirs? Well, mine has been named.
Yes.
And this was a couple years back.
Now, does it answer to it, or is it just like a cat? It just wanders away.
Well, I don't know.
All right, what's the name? You're killing us.
The Bionic Pussy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like Jamie Summers from the hit series.
Yeah.
Explain why. Because every time she has sex,
explain why? Because
$6 million.
Muscle control.
Because of why?
Muscle control.
Oh, really?
Squeeze it.
Yeah.
Have you ever put a ping pong ball in there?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I had to ask. You understand why?
I don't, Adam.
This concludes another PodcastOne.com program. Stay tuned for the latest AP News headlines from Podcast One right after this.
Tonight, you must see NBC's newest hit that everybody is talking about, You, Me, and the Apocalypse.
Yes, critics call it the year's most entertaining show and give it 4 out of 4 stars.
The cast is amazing.
Check it out. Rob Lowe, Will and Grace's Megan Mullally, Jenna Fisher from The Office.
You had me at Rob Lowe.
Oh, here we go.
So do yourself a favor and watch the first episode on the NBC app.
Then watch episode 2 of You, Me, and the Apocalypse tonight.
Followed by The Blacklist and Shades of Blue.
Ooh, NBC Thursday is one hot night of television.
With my husband, Rob Lowe.
Okay.